medical study on the effects of marijuana use confirms that everyone knows you're high and that you'll most likely never stop feeling like this.
Your parents know you're high. Your friends know you're high. Strangers on the street know you're high.
Welcome to Everyone Knows You're High. Hosted by Uncle Kalei.
You're gonna never come back, you know, all that stupid shit.
And Uncle Erik.
If I could like retreat away.
Yeah, you should definitely try that.
This is forever. This is the new reality.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Everyone Knows You're High. Thank you again for joining us. My co-host to my right, the Grow Guru, a.k.a. Kalei. And our guest this week, Yancy Medeiros.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, bro. We already were having some good conversation, so let's fucking keep it going. Let's not like...
I totally forgot
Yeah.
what we were talking about.
Nick and my like.
Oh yeah,
pretty
how
much-
you ended up with the Diaz, right?
Yeah.
How you hooked up
Okay.
with the Diaz brothers.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, it was watching me watch a fight. Nick grappled this one dude prior to this fight years ago, and he didn't like the guy. He didn't like how the guy grappled, like sports jits guy.
Yeah.
Ended up beating the guy, and after my fight, Cesar Gracie ended up calling me over, asking me if I wanted to come and train with them. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll go. And prior to leaving, I was just like, bro, everyone's like, all the media with the Diaz boys is this, you know how they punks and you know all this.
Yeah,
and everyone's
yeah.
like, bro, like
They have a reputation.
right, they have this rep, right? And I'm like,
Right.
bro, like I don't know, like you know what I mean, like. They seem like they can vibe, you know what I mean? They invite me over, I go and just go. But I was like, I'm not gonna get punk. I know I ain't gonna get punk. I telling myself that, like I ain't no bitch. But I telling you, when I going up there, I ain't no bitch. I was just remember saying that all the time in my head, bro. And so I went up there, and bro, it was cool. I stayed up there for 2 months. Nick let me live up there for free. He didn't charge me anything. He let me have a room and everything. And then throughout the years, I just started going out, and I had to earn my initiation. So anybody can get in there. Anybody can get in there and train, but to be a family, it takes loyalty.
You gotta be part of that clique, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, like you
Yep.
can, you know what I mean. You want to be part of the clique. That's loyalty.
Yep.
You know what I mean. It's not blood. It's not. You know, it's you put in your time. You pay your dues. You
Yep.
earn your stripes.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it was real. That's why I liked it. And they pretty much just like local boys, bro. They just not gonna get punked.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's all
You know?
about respect and know your line. You know what I mean? Know your role. Don't fucking come at me a certain way.
And
like-
that's why they love the Hawaii people. They like fighting in Hawaii because
Yeah.
when they went, had that one time with KJ and they sticky finger. They love the fact that Hawaii holds it down like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the fact like, oh, F Hawaiians. They're like, bro, Hawaii hold it down. They hold it down for their boy. You know what I mean? I would do that too. That's why they like Stockton. So those are something that they just real individuals. You know what I mean? And if you have expectations, or if you have some type of thought about them, like, bro, do your own research.
That's why I've
Experience
thought
them
about
yourself.
people. You know, when people like media too much, and they're like they're pumped for media and they're pumped to put on that show.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like that as a fan of MMA. Like watching people like overhype the fight. You know what I mean? Like,
Be something they're not.
yeah,
like-
to
it's like-
sell. I get
almost
the
like the-
economics.
It's
behind
like they're
it.
cutting promos back in the WWE days where it's like they're kind of
Macho Man Randy Savage shit, right?
Yeah, but what I do like is when they really don't like each other.
Right.
And there's real animosity, and there's like gonna be but I mean,
And they squash it at the end, and they end
Yeah,
up
there's
like
always
fucking
respect.
hugging at the end. You know, like cool,
Well,
man.
at
we're cool.
those types of fights, especially when it's hard, bro. Regardless, bro, you guys both take a piece of each other.
oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bit of
Yeah.
your soul that he takes, that you take of his, and he takes of yours, bro. Like, whether you like it or not. So, in
Yeah.
that mutual exchange, as martial artists, as men,
Yeah.
as just giving your all, bro, you gotta give them that respect.
Respect.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just you can hate them after too, but hey, bro, fuck, good
Right
shit,
then,
bro.
yeah.
Right,
Fuck,
right.
I beat you out. You beat you. You know what I mean? Like there's a form of respect. It doesn't need to be. We don't need to be friends.
Right.
Yeah,
but we
but-
can be acquainted and have and understand. that what we went through was, you know.
You a bad motherfucker.
Right, you guys went to war with each other.
But
for
fuck you, all due respect after.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm like that. Like, you know, my friend, like, bro, it's like Allah is represented in different ways. I tell everybody, like, oh, how do you fight? You know, it's not about, it's just my competition. But I'm like, bro, like,
Wow.
just because I'm a peaceful individual doesn't mean I don't want to. I'm fighting, like, I don't like beating people up. That's just the road that was my path.
It's just
you
your
know?
job.
It's my job in that sense, and you know it does pay
Yeah.
the bills, but
Yeah.
like doesn't make me feel better. You
Right,
know
right,
what
right,
I
right.
mean, that's I like to entertain. I like to be in front of the camera. I
Yeah.
like making people happy.
Yeah.
I like me. You know what I mean? In the sense, is one of the most accomplishing things I've ever felt was like if I can just genuinely connect with people
Yeah,
and
yeah,
make
yeah.
them feel better. Like I like to do that not from my status, but just from me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
when I meet people, so I never expect them to know me for what I do.
And people are gonna think
You
like,
know,
"Oh,
like-
you're making people feel better. I punch him in the face," but you're itemizing that whole philosophy. It's not about you're
You-
doing you and you're being your best athlete, and you're
You-
inspiring other kids to be the best person
Right,
that they are.
and yeah, like I'll go to schools and have career day. Bro, I
Yeah.
don't even speak about fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about branding.
Right.
Right. What is a business? A business is branding. Everybody, right? I just
Yep.
talk about that. And it's what your spiel is, what you get. Like, you know,
Mhm.
whatever you can brand, how do you promote it?
Yep.
Who you're around, you know, and I just try to give them examples.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
I give them examples. I'm like, I'll run on the whiteboard and I'll like put like 1 times 1 times like all the way through 1 times 9, and I get the first one wrong, and then I'll be like, oh, you know, and they're
Right.
like, look, and they're like, oh yeah, but the first one's wrong. I go, yeah, that's just like your life.
Right.
You can do
Yeah.
all this, you can get the one wrong, you can all this, and people still will notice the one you did wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, bro. Look at the progression and how you kept going to do it right, you know, and you can always go back and fix that. Like,
Right.
that's how people gonna look at you.
Yeah.
You know what I
totally,
mean?
totally.
You're gonna look at all your wrongs anyway, even if you never, you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter what people think; it's how you,
Yep.
how you go with it.
And how you view that little hiccup in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I had hiccup in the beginning, but look at my track record since then.
Yeah, but then you realize, like, but look how people look at you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because that's what people, oh yeah, look at your output, but then some people don't know how to handle that part, like the heat, right? Like me, like they're like, oh, all the like I love trolls, bro. Like trolls, you know, like,
Like,
for me,
yeah.
I'm like, wow, like you generally taking time out of your day for try
Fuck
upset
yeah.
me. That's great, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Comments.
And that shit's kind of funny too. Like, there's
No,
some
it's-
trolls
it's-
that are like, oh, dude, this guy's clever. You
Right?
know?
No, it is, but like especially if it's towards me, like
Yeah.
I want to engage, I want to be entertained.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's nothing, and it's always like, oh, try kill him in aloha and intelligence. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
totally.
just be all wholesome and like, you know, because it's not about a battle. It's just when I see like those types of things, I see passion.
Yeah,
You know, because like I don't watch football, but when I do, I like the fans. I watch the fans, right? That's the
Yeah.
best, bro. Like,
The pregame fucking tailgate. Yeah, you watch
no,
those
just,
guys like,
just, no,
oh,
even
God.
during it. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, bro, you see guys, fans just one football game mad the whole day.
Yeah. Ruin their whole fucking mood.
Too loud. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so like I've had times where I've lost fights and like, Brian, you fucking suck. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I just, you
Ow,
know, like,
bro.
my bad. Like, it's not like, fuck, you get every right for say what you can say. It doesn't. I gotta care about you for that, your opinion.
Yeah,
hurt
That's
me.
a good one right
You
there.
cannot take it personal.
Lesson people.
Yeah,
Don't take it personal.
Don't take it
Like, you know,
personal.
like I know what I went sign up for. You know, I
Right.
know what this ride goes. There's ups and downs, bro.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, you know, I ready for take. It's just like going over the falls. You know,
Yeah.
you know how you gonna land. It just sometimes it doesn't land well, bro. Right? Like, so that's the things. Like I try to relate everything that make me happy and just put all those situations into my life. Bro.
Yeah.
What do you contribute to like dealing with that mental adversity all the time? You know?
Which mental adversity?
Like, say you hit a brick wall in training. You,
bro.
you know what I mean?
That
You
shit's
hit a
on the
fucking-
wide. Yeah,
right,
all
and
day.
like, you know, when you go training and you hit like, oh fuck, I'm fucking tired. How do I hit that? Get over that hump and stay motivated and stay hungry. You know, after like it becoming a normal every day.
You know, from figuring all like that out, you get all these. I think it's triggers, right, to try and keep you in that thing. I think it's the simplest thing is just being in the moment,
Okay.
right? Like, you know
That's
what I mean?
smart.
Because you know
Yeah,
what I mean,
yeah.
thinking about the past, thinking about the future, and you're thinking about, bro, what am I doing like right now? Okay, why am I doing it? I'm tired, but why am I doing this?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and you find you know your why, and you're like, yeah, just you know what I mean? Okay, what you gonna do about it now?
Right.
Like, and I don't think people talk to themselves enough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're
you know
not
what
stoned enough. That's why.
I mean? No, you know what I mean? In the sense where it's like, they all gotta talk to somebody else. You know what I mean? But you don't talk to yourself. You don't. And people look for other things to have distractions or to not get there. You know, to self-reflect.
Yeah, to not be alone with your thoughts and your own personal judgments against yourself and shit. So you seek fucking entertainment outside or
distractions.
Self-intervention's uncomfortable, bro.
I search for that all the time too. So you know what I mean. But I always try and find myself, and I do have my lazy days. And there's days there's a wall, and I definitely feel like even that word like unmotivated or even depression, right? Is like. Depression can just be something you just do every day and you're just not doing anything for yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're just existing. You're not living. You know, that's depressing. You know, like you just doing the same thing every day for the rest of your life. You just go home, work, come home. Like if you want to do that, that's fine too. What you're saying, but like
autopilot.
Like you know what I mean? Like some people, like for me, it's like I want to broaden my space.
Oh yeah.
You know, like everything is about opening up,
maximizing your time,
mobility, right? And always like if you think about space, like there's like when you're younger, right, you're always out, and then as you get older and you get less mobile, your space comes smaller. So it's like, fine, I don't like go out, I saw,
right?
You know what I mean? And then you get older and older. Okay, I'm gonna go out in my yard. Okay, I don't even like going in my yard anymore. I'm gonna stay in my house. I'm gonna stay in my room, my living room, and then you get stuck in the room.
Yeah, you're stuck on the couch,
right? Because you just immobile. I don't want to be that way. I want to be, you know. I'm not saying I'm like. I don't like being home. I just don't want to be like that because I see that pattern.
Yeah, that's a crazy way of looking at it, man.
Right. And you know, and like for me, everyone's always like, "Oh, old, getting old." I'm like,
nah, fuck
I
that.
just turned 34, right? So in September, and it's like, I was like, "Oh, bro," I hit him, and I was like, "Bro, you know what? No, that's my 30-foot trip around the sun, bro. How many more trips you gonna take?
Right?
And how much more, and what are you gonna do in all these next trips? And how much have you done? And what are you gonna do for your next trip?" Some people can't even, you know what I mean, only had less trips, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're blessed to be around.
They think, they think old is, you know what I mean. For me, I think being aged is a blessing. Not many people can get older. You know what I mean, and be healthy. If you what if I feel like this and I'm 50, and then I feel like this and I'm 60? Or you gonna think life shitty? No, you know what I mean. Like, you know how I think it's getting old when you get old and then you worry when they fall.
Yeah.
Right, that's
like,
run,
my knee gonna be sore.
You had on fall. Grandma had on fall, right? But what if I could move like this and I had on fall and I was 90?
You'd be okay.
They'd be like, "Oh, Yancy doesn't trip. He's tripping."
Yeah, they'd be laughing, fucking.
Exactly, because you see health, you see mobility. You know what I mean? But then when you see them fragile and everything, they don't keep up with themselves. I'm not saying you gotta be an athlete.
Right.
I'm just saying be mobile, be fluent. You know what I mean?
Flexible.
Why all the grandmas and aunties back in the day still could move? Bro, my grandma was 65 climbing mango trees. I was like, Grandma, get down. Like, you know, right? Because they was always outside. They was always doing things. You're just moving. It's not about working out. It's about being mobile, right? And that was a big thing.
Right. I think the most important thing, what you mentioned before, was staying in the moment. I think that's a life lesson. It's a life lesson that people need to realize to like ingrain in their lives. To live in the moment, that like,
be here now, as Ramdas says.
Be here now. Like, how many of us are like, oh man, I gotta exercise. Talk about it, but I'm fucking guilty of this shit. Yeah. But never leave your house to go do anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the hard part. Live in the moment. Get the fuck out of there and go do it. You know, I'm guilty. Kalei, live in the fucking moment and go get your shit done.
Nah, we're always in a way kind of always worrying and preparing for the future. Maybe not necessarily worrying all the time, but you're anticipating what could come so you can be prepared for different scenarios. That causes stress, right? Because they're all just made up because you have no fucking clue what's coming in the future. So again, be here now in the
rat
moment.
Race of life too, man. It got us stuck, you know, providing for a family. You got to go to work. You got to come home. You got to rest up for the next day. Like, you know, you take the kids to school in the morning. So that fucking schedule has gotten everybody, you know, out of their livelihood and be able to fucking enjoy their lives.
Is that just like a functionality of today's modern society?
That's
where like,
exactly what it
you know
is,
what I mean?
dude. Yep.
It's like a byproduct of like just the way we live as human beings.
Well, we're stuck in this machine, right? Where you have to feed into this whole economics.
You gotta play the game. You're in the maze.
Yes. very
Humans.
few of us get to do it, like, do what we love to do and be well compensated for it. A lot of people, like construction workers, I mean, some of them, they might love what they do, but they're caught in that, okay, Monday through Friday, we're going to work, maybe overtime Saturday, and Sunday, family day.
I call that like living by the clock or living by the watch. You know what I mean? Like the 9 to 5.
Clock in, clock out.
You live by the clock, right? Like
Make sure you don't get paid on your breaks.
You can't hate people like that, but at the same time, like,
that's not a life I want to live.
Exactly.
Right.
That's and I don't disagree with him because I've lived that life. I've done that. You know, I've been fighting. I've fought, and I
have a job.
Labor. I've done labor. My dad was a painter. I've been doing that since I was 9 years old.
It's a necessity.
I know how to make money.
It's a necessity of
I know
how
how to
the
make
world
money.
works.
I'm fortunate. I was raised to know how to make money. You know,
Right.
I can go work. We can all do that. We all get that. You know, we know how to make money. We're gonna do them.
And now you can diversify because you know how to make that money. So now you can pick and choose what avenue do I like making money in the most.
Right.
Yours is fucking fighting.
That and this. I mean, everybody. Just every human has insecurities, right? Which ones is yours, and how you what you gonna compromise? I don't like compromise my peace for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying be irresponsible. There's things I need to work on, and there's responsibilities I need to take care of. But there's definitely things that I will not do, and and that's compromise my peace and my beliefs.
Yeah.
Right? And so
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Has fighting taught you all this? Sorry.
No, I mean a lot of people. I have a lot of mentors
Yeah?
in my life. Yeah, they teach me a lot, but I notice a lot of the mentors really don't teach me what to say. They just know how to word how I feel.
Yeah. How you respond to that.
Well, it just is like everything resonates with what they say, and it's like, oh wow, you're wording my life, or you're wording everything I want to say, and I don't know how to word it.
Shout out to what mentor?
Oh, that's Free Bentoncourt, Martin T. Buell, Brian Kealana.
Yeah.
I got a bunch. My dad, you
Yep.
know, like there's a bunch of people I like to always check in and just always talk to on the on not a daily basis, but at least monthly.
Yeah.
Just like how I'm like I said, I'm not religious, but just like how people go to church and look for a good word, right? Like, hey, I do the same thing.
Church is guidance, right?
I'm
You're
spiritual.
looking for guidance.
I'm spiritual. I have my I have my beliefs, and I'm
Yeah.
spiritual. So I get where I can resonate with all of them and understand and accept how they view their beliefs.
Right,
Just
right.
don't put any negativity towards me.
Right.
Or what I believe. That's all.
And their views have helped shape you in what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So you checking in on them is kind of a gut check of, okay, I'm here right now. Am I doing it right? You're my mentor. Am I doing this right? You know what I mean? So that's what's fucking cool. Respect to all the mentors out there.
They definitely try and make me be accountable for my actions.
Yeah. That's
Right.
man shit right there.
Yeah, you got to, right?
Yes.
You need to have like a brotherhood of men to fucking be men with, and like and like when it's men who are strong enough and confident enough that you can be completely open about your insecurities and fucking share that shit, and because you never know, people have gone through shit that you might not realize, and you share where you're at, and they fucking can relate and maybe help, or be
Or
that
even
fucking
worse, like if you have a problem, like if we had on pot right now and we was all for put our worst problems in, like I'd probably take mine out. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what kinds of problems you going through. Like, if everybody will put their worst problem in right now, with how they feel, their worries, like, oh snap, why the hell I worrying? This is way worse than me. Like, like, oh damn, like
Perspective.
right, like so in a sense, like everybody going through something. Bro.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like so, who am I to put whatever negativity I feel for whatever it is out to them? I gotta deal that shit in, deal with it myself, like
100%, right?
I think we got a question.
Is there a fighter that was that inspired you? Like, was there a fight like, oh, and that's the fight, and the person that made me want to start fighting?
Oh,
like,
bro,
what was it for you?
there was a bunch. I mean, Yves Edwards, BJ Penn, of course. Like just in general, like I've always been Bruce Lee, bro. I've always just been into martial arts. I grew up with freaking Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal. And, like, if you guys never watched the video, don't watch it anymore. Back in the 90s, it was great. Okay, you cannot watch on
Steven Seagal movie now.
Oh man, you're like, dang. Man,
Under
okay.
Siege? Come on, man.
It was a great movie. It was.
What are you making?
But,
I'm making a bomb.
like,
trains Anderson Silva. Come
But
on.
like that's like I've always just been competitive like that. That's so. I mean, just going up to them and then just resonating and martial arts. That's my longest relationship. I did that since I was 5. You know,
Killer.
that's my longest relationship I've been in, and I was able to transcend it to paying my bills and being responsible.
That's the
Yeah.
blessing.
yeah.
You got all that teaching for something that was an occupation that you got. You know?
But it's like kind of like, you guys ever watch Ip Man?
Fuck yeah, I watched it, man.
All right, it's kind of like I'm cool with like that. Like, oh, bro, come in here, get some tea, drink some tea. Let's see who's the best
Yeah.
martial artist. Okay, you better. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I can totally do that. Like, for me, but I get why some other people can't.
Cannot.
Like Nate, them can't do that.
Yeah.
Bro, I cannot shake your hand right now. You gonna try to fight me tomorrow. You gonna try to beat me up in front of my family and my friends,
Right.
right? And then you gonna try to pick me up after you beat me up. No. Like, you know, like, I
Right.
get it. Like, you know, if you're supposed to fight somebody out right here, right now,
Yeah.
like, how would you feel?
Not
would-
like their friend.
Right. Exactly. In that sense, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, you guys want this, for them, it's like, you want this camaraderie, bro, but we ain't boys.
Yeah.
We enemies, bro, and I gonna kill you.
Does
They
that
separate
change-
it that way. Yeah. They make it to where like, this is some hood shit. We about to fight. I'm about to fucking smash you. You're gonna try and smash me. Some other fighters are like, okay, well, let's both bow. You know, that kind of, that real formality of it.
Which is all good, but it's just they ain't trying to be the buddy.
Right.
You know what I mean? We ain't trying to be buddy right now. We get this form of respect. That's why Nate likes fighting guys that's down to fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? They ain't down to throw up in front because he's like, you really trying to throw that out, but behind the scenes, you ain't doing that.
Right.
You're not real. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's not organic. That's why they like me, because they're like, bro, he's just a Hawaiian. This guy's always happy.
Right.
Right? Like, the vibes is different personalities, but same characteristic.
The
Right.
same guy. Back to back.
Just be
Yep.
real. Hey, you gonna be an asshole. Be an asshole. No, praise God over here, and then bro over there, you still over
Acting
there
like-
bumping coke and cheating on your wife, and you just left your wife at the hotel. Like, that's on you on fake. Like, you know, like they don't agree. They don't. That's not like what they gonna, what they gonna
Right.
go around. They just want to be around cool individuals. That's why
Real
they like
people.
Hawaii people. They just real. You know, like they
Yep.
just that's solid.
No sense put on one show.
You know, and then they showed me that too. Like, they showed me the whole like, just, when Nate them, it's just like, bro, they you gotta know you. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
Nate them was always like, oh, Stockton. One time Nate got to corner me, and I won the fight. And then right after the fight, he said, hey, bro, you from Hawaii? Make sure you rep that shit. Right?
Yep.
He's just all about repping, being real. Like, you know what I mean, bro? That's your shit.
It's your
Make
roots,
and
bro.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? He's just saying that for being my boy because I want it. You know what I mean? Like, he never said, oh, bro, rep our school. Oh, rep. You know what I mean? No,
Right, rep where
Nick.
you from.
Hey, bro,
Rep
you
where
from
you
Hawaii?
from.
Rep that shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's how real they are.
They're
Yeah.
just
You
like
know?
Hawaii people in the way that they like their area code and their zip codes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is Stockton's?
209.
209, yeah.
And
So-
how do we know that? Because of the Diaz brothers.
Yeah, so that's
Fucking 808.
they-
bro.
Stockton
Oh, dang.
motherfucker. I'm like, wow.
The
The
Stockton
first time
stuff.
fucking watching that shit, I'm like, it was Gomi when he fought Gomi, and he's like, whap, he caught it. Bah. He's like, Stockton motherfucker. I'm like, whoa, yes, this is awesome, bruh.
Gangsta shit.
He
That's real.
split wide open. He's just Stockton. I'm like, holy fuck, this
yeah,
is
'cause you
awesome.
want- that's a real fight. You
Yeah.
know, like they're gonna fight like that in the streets too. It's not like they, you know, it's just they can have a form of respect of like keeping it, but they just don't want fakeness.
Right.
You know.
That whole look at me Hollywoodness, you know.
Well, like if you're gonna try to flex on them outside, they're gonna pounce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, you ain't gonna punk me. This
Yeah.
is war. We at war. You know what I mean? There's this camaraderie and space we need to oblige by. But
yeah.
you know, like for me, like I'm cool like this, but there's times where if you like we're in UFC and then we gotta walk into the offices to sign stuff like
Yeah.
that, and like if my opponent's there, but I don't like being here. My opponent's here. I can be nice to him and cordial. I just don't like be like this, talking and signing papers and looking at the guy that I'm gonna fight.
Kind of
Like,
weird,
well, no, for me, it's just I choose not to do that. Some
Yeah.
guys can. I choose not to. It's not weird. It's just I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can be nice, shake his hand, be cool, be me. Yeah, I just don't want to be around him. I don't like catch the same elevator.
Got you.
You know, that's just me though. That's just
Yeah,
my
yeah.
preference. So, like everybody else is different,
Right.
and some guys gonna pop off other than closer than others. I get it, bro. You want to fight. I don't pay your bills. Who am I to tell you how to fight and what to do and
Right.
how to act?
Right.
Oh, we're supposed to all have this camaraderie in war. Some people
No
don't
way.
take. Some people don't take it that way. You know,
Right.
like, oh, he's supposed to be brought up sportsmanship. It's like, bro, we're gonna fight.
this false impression of the gladiators in Rome who actually got along before they went to go kill each other.
Well,
No.
speaking of, that's what I mean. Like gladiators, right? Where he like that one part where he's in the lower arenas and he just slaughters everybody. And he's like, "What? You guys not entertained?" Because he's saying you guys not entertained because you guys all fucking crazy. You like see that? That's how I feel, you know.
Yeah.
You guys crazy, like see me get my face bashed, you know, you like see me do that to someone else. That's crazy.
It's
But-
ingrained in our DNA, though. It's
Right,
the
yeah,
savageness
and
as
I-
human
and I'm-
beings.
and just because I'm calling it crazy, I even more crazy because I know it and I still doing it.
Well, and that's
Right? So like I'm not against it. I'm just calling it as it is.
Yeah, you see it for what it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Like, you know.
But that's the difference between MMA and football, basketball, where you're actually dealing with personal feelings because it's safety. You want to jeopardize my fucking safety. I want to jeopardize your safety. So that adds a whole different dynamic to how you guys
100%.
communicate, and I can see that.
psyche,
like,
the
nah,
psyche,
fuck, I might be
everything.
in that room with that guy.
Everything. But
Right.
some guys can do it, and all the respect.
And some guys, I mean, they view MMA as like basketball, like football.
Mhm.
It's a sport. I'm
Yeah.
going out there and doing my sport.
Yeah.
But they fail to realize that this sport could fucking bust you up.
I mean,
Permanently.
give respect to all the other sports. Football too. Like football has its big injuries, bro. Like when like a pro
guaranteed.
athlete, bro. You know what? Like the longevity of a pro.
32, they're out already.
People
No,
gonna be-
like how you know how much years
Right.
are an average NFL athlete? 3 years, bro.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
out.
not
Do
long.
your
Yeah,
do
like
your
all-
magic.
All
3
the
years.
greats is like I'm like, bro. They on another.
They
one. They on no.
overstay
They
it,
just
yeah.
they just on another level. Of,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? On just everything.
Right.
Tom Brady, all these guys, they're on another
Nah,
level.
I was just gonna say that motherfucker.
LeBron
bruh.
James,
Holy
all these
shit.
guys, right? They just for do that, bro. They they get the sauce.
Yeah.
You
I was
know?
gonna say, who takes a beating in the sporting world is fucking pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
Totally.
They get
Yeah, but
bust
they're
the fuck up.
Yeah, but they're all on performance
Steroids and shit.
enhancement,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
'cause
don't
they've
feel
got
it
no
until the end.
regulation.
We had a
Yeah.
question about performance enhancing.
about fucking how did you
They're all
feel?
on it. No. Everyone's on it, bro.
No, but like TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, and like
So
peptides?
complex.
I don't
Fuck
even
if
know what
I
that
know.
word is. That's what one of the questions that somebody had sent in. I was like, "What the fuck is a peptide?
Yeah, I don't
rice.
know. Like I don't.
Rice?"
No, I'm just fucking around.
I'm
They're getting
not-
extra
I
carbs.
don't. I'm
Just eat
not
rice.
too keen with the. I don't keep up with the whole performance enhancements, but like I know there's I heard of the TRT and all that. I don't know the applications and shit. Like, bro, I'm a plant man.
Good.
All I do
Yeah.
is eat plants. So
Yeah.
it's simple, right? You guys.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, you guys know all about plants, but it's not complicated, but
Are
it's
you vegan?
complex. Plant based.
Plant-based,
Yeah,
nice.
plant based. Yeah.
I don't eat meat,
Yeah.
but I fuck
Mhm.
with dairy. So
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so wait, what was the question again? Sorry, I was high.
I forget.
Fuck.
Actually, forget that question. We'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
When was the first time you got high? That's one we ask all our guests.
Oh man.
That's why it felt weird and awkward to ask it.
I think. You know what? Like,
Got
I
it
think-
in.
okay, the first time I smoked was with it was like kind of like with my 2 Calabash cousins I grew up with, and we were at the house, and I smoked, but I just fell asleep, so I don't really count that one as like high, you know, because I didn't really experience anything.
Yeah.
Then the first time I got high, I was in my boy's car, and we smoked sour diesel. I remember the strain. It was
Whoop.
sour diesel,
Whoop.
and we were sitting in the car hotboxing it, and he fucking put me in a bubble.
Yeah.
Right, and he's like,
Were we talking about that?
Oh, bro,
hate
put you in the bubble, and he's like, and he's like, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Come on, like, and mind you, I think I'm like 10th or 11th grade, like around
Mhm.
around
Yeah,
that
yeah.
era, and I'm just like, what? The
Daytime or nighttime?
This is nighttime.
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 Okay.
Which one's that?
Sour diesel and whatever was left in the tray.
Oh,
The
nice.
bubble.
Nice. Yeah. So that was the one where I was like tripping, and then I got to walk home, and I was all like, oh, like like I could never feel my legs. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Like, it wasn't a bad trip.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it was a memorable one. Like
That's
I
what's
never
up.
would forget that.
Yeah.
Like I got put in the bubble and everything. You know, it was a
This
good.
motherfucker put me in a bubble yesterday.
Yeah.
Those bubbles, bro. I hate those bubbles. It's
Yeah.
like you say fuck, stop, and then they keep doing it, and it's like I got right enough already, and then it's like the mood changes, it's like fuck, stop, and then it's like it kind of gets to you like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit, is this really fucking
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
I hear other noises, like why can't I fucking hear this guy? What the fuck is happening?
Bro, I remember getting high in Big Island for the first time. It was highly, and then the Cokie Frogs, bro, fucking tripped me out. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I was
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
out, bro.
Everything's just your senses are just heightened, right?
It's cool,
much
though.
better. Yeah.
How did you feel when fucking the UFC was like not gonna like?
I mean,
sort
it
of
really
test for weed
it
or-
didn't really matter to the point because it was like every commission, the commissions is what
Right.
you know what I mean is what
For
matters.
each state.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
USADA is the company that's with UFC, and they come
Mm.
over, and they'd randomly come and test, but they ain't testing for weed. They testing for performance enhancement.
Right.
The only time they test for weed is in competition. So weed usually takes I don't know, month, alter whatever,
Yeah.
right? But every commission is also different.
So some might not.
So Nevada's commission, Nevada's much higher, the tolerance.
Right.
I don't know the whole nanogram. I don't get into that.
But yeah,
Fucking
You
does
just
it
know
really
they're little
matter
more-
at this point? Like,
Well, it's just.
Well, now it
it's-
doesn't,
it's
right?
just- it's politics, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's politics. It's nothing. It's nothing you can do, bro. You know what you sign up for. Stop whining. You know what I mean, bro. I get caught. I've got caught before because I never understand all the rules. I was like, oh wow, Nevada's stuff went up. I assumed that all the commissions
went on.
went up,
Right.
and then I fought Yves Edwards, and then that fight got pulled because I popped, and I was like 1 nanogram over, but rules is rules, right? And that's my
Yeah.
fault for not understanding that
Yeah.
shit.
So
So-
what is the penalty? They just
I was
Don't count
I was
that
just-
fight?
No, yeah, that fight got disqualified, and then I had to pay like one $500 fine, and I got suspended for like 3 months, which wasn't really nothing because
that would be in between the fights anyway. Huh?
yeah, and I'd be training anyway. Yeah, I wasn't gonna pick up another fight
Right.
in that fight. So, boo.
that's
Boo.
major.
Lesson learned.
Wow.
But
yeah.
I mean, just for weed, bro. Like for me, I'm a big advocate. If you haven't noticed, but like to fucking penalize a fighter who's taking damage, not only on the fight, but taking damage daily in the training, to take this away from them would be fucking kind of an atrocity. You know what I mean?
And yeah, but that's just like, you know what you sign up for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you being mad that you cannot smoke weed because you didn't enter the military.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Word.
Guaranteed.
You know what I mean? In that
Yeah.
sense, it's more like it sucks. And fuck,
Yeah.
I'm all for it too. Like I said, I'm all plans, But
Right.
like rules is rules. I know what I signing up for.
Yeah.
And then whatever I can loophole through, I go loophole through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And walk honestly. I'm not trying to be a cheat, but
Yeah.
I go walk honestly and just
Right.
work around.
You're not gonna be
I
like
got-
trying to play it off when you get popped. Like what? Huh?
Yeah. I'm fucking.
So
I'm gonna be
unfair.
accountable for my actions
Yeah.
always.
Off
Like-
subject, off subject.
Yeah,
How do
for
you
sure.
deal with the anxiety before the fight? What runs
Oh,
through your
man.
head? And that's just something that like I've always wondered.
I mean, I think like that one too. Everybody get different.
What do you
things they
do?
like to go to? I like to think about. I mean, it's always about the planning, right? Like what we're going through and whatnot. But the
Right.
anxieties is like, bro, it's 15 minutes, bro. You know what I mean? Put it in time. You get 15 minutes. How much
Right.
15 minutes is you put in a day of your full attention? In anything. You can do it.
Right.
Come on, bro. We didn't train for this shit. Like, you know what you're signing up for.
Right.
15 minutes. Give it everything you got. That's a lot of time, but it ain't much.
Right.
You can do a lot in 15 minutes,
Right.
and it goes by fast.
I was gonna ask, does it feel like 15 minutes when
That's
you're
a
in
good
there, shit, or
question.
is
Yeah,
it
I
like
mean,
longer?
Yeah, sometimes some
shorter?
fights felt shorter than others. I was like, damn, that was fucking fast. I wish
Yeah.
that went longer.
Mm.
Then some fights was just like, oh wow, because some fights I was just like, it's just frick, like, that was one fast ass round. I
Who
felt
gave
like
you the
2
most
minutes.
grueling fight? Like, fuck, dude, this 15 minutes feels like forever.
Yeah.
Or
What,
you look up at the clock, you're like, 11 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
Fuck, and even like,
what was the longest fight?
my favorite fight was the Eric Silva one. That was on Crip fucking fight.
thank you. I don't know, like I guess I don't really think about time. You know what I mean? Like I like.
Be here now, bro.
Yeah,
Live in the moment.
No, but I think that's a big factor to take in. I think a lot of the great fighters do know how to manage their time,
Right.
and look at it and look. I'm not saying that's a weak thing. I feel I just gotta utilize it better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean in that sense, because I don't look at it. I'm gonna die here.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
never, because I gonna. That's the thing. Like I fight like there is no time.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I gonna we gonna go, bro. Who's to the end? You right?
Right.
Like, and that's a double-edged sword, or you know what I mean? It's like
100%.
If there was
Right.
no bell, the rounds would go forever.
right,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
bro. I ain't
And you see
quitting.
those pride ones where it's
Well,
like
that's
a
why
10-minute
that's
first
why
one.
the ref
the
is
fuck
there.
is
He
this?
gonna know when for stop him.
Right.
But that's where you know what I mean? Like I don't.
think about
fight
that
awful
anymore.
time, and that's something you have to utilize.
You ever
right?
had that one guy you fought that was like fucking? He made time drag on. You know, like people have Habib and they're like, oh my god, this
I
fucking
fought
guy.
Gillespie, the guy in, when I fought Gillespie.
Oh nah.
Because usually when you fight wrestlers, like I would fight wrestlers and it's like, they'll kind of like set up or do something else. I'm like, oh, bro, this guy is not going to let go. Like, you know, he
Shit,
literally
huh?
did not let me go. I was like, oh, damn.
Frustrating.
No, yeah, no, it's just more like, oh, it's one adjustment that I had to make and I wasn't used to.
Because you know he's a wrestler coming in.
Yeah, and I just there's obviously tiers to it, right? There's tiers to different times. Usually guys is getting a little bit more tired already. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's stuck to it.
Right.
That's his craft.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's good at what he did. Touche to him.
He's a
Regard-
fighter and fucking this one what's his name? Do that cross high kick. Whap.
Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee.
Yeah. I mean, he just got caught, but in the
That
general,
was a sick setup though. bro.
yeah. In general, like Gillespie's a cool dude from what I know. You know, like from when we interact, like he's a respectful guy.
He was up there, bro. Like he was told to be up there in the top. Well, he was top 10, right?
I think he's getting there. He just beat Fajeda or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a couple months, maybe this year. Yeah, it was a good fight, but he beat Fajeda, so I think he's gonna. I don't know who he's fighting next.
Fajeda was on a tear too, huh?
Yeah. He was on a good. He was on a good run.
Gregor that's his only loss was Kevin Lee at that time, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, good thing you're a fucking UFC guy, because I don't know anything about.
Bro, this
fights
guy
and
probably
shit.
don't build more than me.
I
I
know-
barely watch fights too.
Bro,
I-
I haven't watched fights in fucking forever.
I
bro.
find them entertaining, but like I know nothing. All I know is like it looks cool when somebody gets knocked out, and like that may be offensive to like real fans and aficionados, but I'm not like
Bro,
in it deep.
I like the craft.
You're
bro.
watching it to be entertained. You
Yeah.
don't think I don't watch football for see somebody get cleaned out,
Yeah.
like, you know, or see somebody get on
Mean
play with
touchdown,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, like I like see somebody get burnt in basketball. I like see somebody break ankles,
Some
like
epic
Steph.
shit.
That's why I like watching Steph Curry because bro, you know what I mean. He do things that's entertaining. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. It's not like there's no lackluster.
Yeah.
And that's what you looking for. You like, bro, I
Yeah.
like see some knockouts. I get it.
Yeah.
I like
There's a
those
lot of 'em.
good fucking. I actually like women's fights, bro, better.
Yeah.
The scrambles in the women's fights and how they find certain pukas for get out, escape. You know what I mean? It's like, oh fucking.
You know, there's like
man.
113 women on the UFC fucking active roster.
Wow.
I googled that shit.
Yeah. Shout out.
724 people. 113 of them are women. Double check me.
Yeah.
It's quite the feat to be even on the UFC roster, bro.
Yeah, it's only 700 people. I thought it was gonna be way more.
Yeah.
Bro, it's nuts.
It's the elite club, bro.
It's kind of like the pay.
Yeah.
You thought it was gonna be way more.
What you mean? Fuck.
Was
So-
it fucking who said that UFC gave him the career, but Bellator gave him the paycheck or the life? That fucking the last dude he got. Corey
Is it Popolo?
Anderson.
Oh yeah, Corey. Yeah, Corey.
What else is there?
Corey's been popping off.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
What else fighting?
PFL. Brother
PFL.
Cooper. He just won. He's representing.
What?
Oh,
Shout out to
Ray-
Ray Cooper.
The
Ray
third.
Cooper. Yeah, the
Yeah,
third.
yeah, yeah.
bro.
Oh, I saw the highlight
Killing
of that
it.
knockout
Yeah, another representative right on, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah,
from Hawaii.
yeah.
Pro
Bruh,
City.
There's a lot
Manana
of
Skate Park.
not even
Nah.
fucking guy. We had Roughneck Posse on last episode, and we were talking about how Manana Skate Park in Pro City was like the epicenter for all this fucking dope shit. Fuck.
Wait, where's Manana State Park in Pro City?
You know, you're going up
Excuse
by
me.
the bus station.
Okay.
You're going up the road. It's on the left, right
Oh.
after the bus station.
Okay. Yes.
That big park.
That choke talented fucking people, dude. I gotta
Yeah.
say, come out of there.
Well, there's choke talented fucking fighters coming out of Hawaii, man.
Jesus.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I think when they get one better head on their shoulder, you know, and they're around better people than the kids, then they progress better,
Yeah.
progress faster.
Depending on who they surround themselves with.
Yeah, because once they're kids, they listen to their parents, right? And then when they get to when they can make their own choices,
They do their own thing.
you know, tell me what to do. I don't want to do.
Right.
Right? It's not. It's human, huh?
Right.
You know, so you put them on the right make them find the right path and what sacrifices they like make and give. Yeah.
In Hawaii, we're so blessed because we have so much like aunties and uncles that give you the right input. And as a kid, it's basically up to you and how you take in what all this guidance is giving you. You know what I mean? Like for you, you surround yourself up with those martial artists, and
that's one of the big things like with Hawaii is like we have so much support, right? But like those are the things with like the with kids, and you get so much support. Like for instance, like graduation. A really big thing in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like for me, I appreciate it, and I look forward to those seasons. But for me, like my daughter, that's one requirement.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big party.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how you brush your teeth.
Yeah, don't get too excited about it.
No. Like
No, it's coming.
just your initiation into life, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
That's an expectation. If there's anything I expect out of you, is to learn how to be a student.
Right.
Right, and be educated.
But other than like the Diaz brothers, is there anybody else who like fucking reps where they're from, like people from Hawaii? Like it's Hawaii. You know what I mean? It's fucking Hawaii, but nobody's coming out being like fucking Tennessee. Like there's no
yeah,
like
but
heavy.
the thing even worse too is that you can be anywhere and then you just see the Hawaiian. You guys just all conjugate together. Like,
fuck yeah,
brother, like just naturally, like you guys going if you in one bar or whatever. Like
the pigeon
I've traveled the world, but even this one Hawaii Thai. Then you just like you go to bars or whatever, or fans come up to me and they're like, "Oh, Hawaii," I'm like, "Oh yeah," and you just resonate and talk. Like it's always a good vibe, bro. You know.
I wonder if it's because it seems so foreign to everybody. Like it's Hawaii. Like
bro, I fought in Kentucky and the taxi driver was like, "Oh, do you think like professional wrestling's real?" And I was like, "I think it's real pain."
Yeah.
You know, and I think
Fuck
it's
yeah, it is.
really choreographed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's good. Like I'm entertained by it. I like it. You know, I don't fucking go and watch it on the daily, but you know, if it's there, I'll be. You know, I don't hate on it. I know what it is.
There's a division though. Like we watch pro wrestling for pro wrestling. We watch pro wrestling for entertainment.
Yeah, but there are people who do think that shit's
Well,
real.
here's the thing. Like there's people.
Yo,
think,
bro, come on.
Are they just fucking with you? Are they just trolling us and like, it's real?
Bro, we celebrate one holiday where we let one stranger come into our house and give us presents, and we leave them cookies.
I told my kids he leaves it at the door and I bring it in.
Well, even that, we still celebrate that thing, right? So we all crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
I put a cookie
true.
under her pillow.
That's true.
He's
that's
coming
true,
for
that's
you.
Yeah. So
we tell them what Christmas is really about. It's about the presents.
Yeah.
Let's not lie.
Yeah.
It's about greed.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, Black Friday.
Materialism.
You know, like, bro,
about materialism.
This is
Yeah,
not
this is
the
about
holiday
family
season.
and shit. You watch the Black Friday, people just throwing bows.
Yeah.
The eve of Thanksgiving now, they're running over people and trampling people. We're supposed to be like celebrating with our families. These fucking zombie apocalypse.
Very entertaining.
And then here comes Amazon and just totally fucks everything up.
Nah, there's still gonna be people that go out and do that shit.
I don't understand why.
It's entertainment
Bro,
to them, maybe.
I know bank clerks, and they're just like, bro, there's the elderly people. They still come in just to check their deposit. You know what I mean? Like they like just stand in line and just wait in line just to see how much. Like just some people is just programmed to do it. You know what I mean?
Like
some
there's an ATM outside, bruh.
not even that.
Yeah.
Like there's your phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? To check your deposit. Like you know what I mean? To check your account.
I got
like,
dated real quick. I was like, go to the ATM. I was like, oh fuck, dude, use your phone.
No, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Right,
Like you
right.
can't. Like you're not gonna go to the ATM to see how much money you get in your bank, right? Like yeah. Like, but that's what I'm saying. So some people are just programmed in that
Right.
way. Like some people still like reading the newspaper,
Stuck
and
in
you
their
know,
ways.
like yeah, like I get it.
Damn.
Fuck.
So yeah, back to your the backstage. Like, how do you deal with it? The whole.
Oh yeah, yeah. We went down hella rabbit holes. Huh? During that time, I think about being in the moment. You know, being in the moment, like all the things I did to prepare about doing it, and it's about like 15 minutes. You know, do it. You know what I mean? What you gonna be doing after that? You gonna be with your family. You gonna be with people that make you happy. Like I think about the good stuff. You know, and like that puts me at ease. That's why I'm
Right.
doing it. You
Right.
know, like that sense of competition is just always gonna be in you. And anything you guys compete, you guys know that butterfly feeling. It's gonna be there, right? But that's where you gotta know if that's nervousness and excitement, because that's kind of you get the same feeling. when you're nervous and when you're excited.
Yep.
You get that feeling in your stomach. You get that back of your hair. You know, like all of that is like you gotta distinguish which one it is.
Right.
And you just have your body telling you get ready, boy, because we ready. Like, you know, or is it, oh, you're never doing enough? Oh, I should have did this. I should have did that. And that's
how do you distinguish the two? Like, and how do you deal with the two different feelings?
I mean, I think it's already prior. Like, if you know you was in there prepping with everything you did, you gonna just, when that comes up, you just dealing with that. Like,
I'm excited.
Yeah, like, oh, get ready, boy. Like, you know what they saying? Like, doing this again. Like, it's that nerves of excitement, right?
Well, you remind yourself of your preparation too. So like,
yeah, like, and if you feel like you never have a good preparation, then obviously you're gonna be nervous.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I get a lot of those feelings. I remember having that a lot in school.
And it's not the fact of like, there's like, even if you at school and you knew all the answers to the test, you still had that feeling of nervousness or excitement, like because you're like, oh, I might get them wrong. I might get them wrong, bro. Like, you know, like, but still, like, you feel confident.
Yeah. I got a question towards that. I mean, so what is your process of preparation? You know, getting ready for war, like getting in there and doing what you gotta do. I mean, and there's some kind of process, not knowing, but to anything in your life, like, what's that process of getting ready for you?
Thank you, Anu. Shout out to Anu.
Like, process of my, like, fighting wise, you mean?
Yeah, we'll take it that way because I feel like a lot of our viewers are going to want to know this. This is gold. Every episode is gold. It's a tough one.
Wait, hit that question with me one more time, please.
What is your process of preparation for anything within the ring?
My company, I'd say, is my first thing. What is that called? Like, I gonna worry about, like, because that's the people. Like, I can walk this road. Fighting is a lonely road, but it takes a tribe to get you there, right? And those are the things, like, who is around me that gonna keep me there. Because sometimes I tear off, you know what I mean, on the road, or I venture off a little bit, and I gotta be a little bit more accountable for myself.
Yeah.
So I have the right people around me to be like, oh, you know what I mean? They can all hold my hand, but they don't let go, but they just hold, they pull me back in.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of like a good husband-wife relationship or a partner, right? Like, oh, they don't let you go, but you venture off and they still hold you, and you pull you back in, and, oh, get back on the road, like, you know. And I think it's more that preparation, all of them keeping me accountable for why I'm there, and they all just keep me
like a foundation, right?
Yeah, they just keep me grounded, bro. And it's every time I'm around good people, it always just brings me back to being in the moment.
I'm gonna ask a question to your question, Anu. Were you trying to be like specific, like your training regimen?
Well, I mean, personally.
Personally,
yes. You're trying to get. You're getting ready for Mary Monarch.
The answer he gave me was kind of like was the answer I was looking for, so that answered my question. But if you want to go deeper with training wise,
why getting ready for Mary Monarch?
You know how intense that must be for training for doing what he does. Come on.
2 songs, one Kahiko, one Awana,
wait,
7 minutes each, 14 minutes. That's almost equal to a UFC fight,
so
timing
like
wise,
that, right?
Bro.
That's
way more technical.
But no,
way more
with
complex.
A foundation though, like family, you know, family.
Yeah, like you're gonna get around, like you get your intentions, you have your motivation, you know what I mean. But you ain't gonna ever get better if you don't want a team for help you.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just walk into that ring myself. I can, but you know what I mean. Like,
there's a smarter way to do it and a better way to prepare with the right people and like fucking.
How do you know you're right there with your cardio, especially like knowing that you can go 15 minutes?
Oh, you gotta just die before you even get there.
Yeah.
You know what I
And the
mean?
experience of dying in the ring is kind of like, okay, I got to run this much because I know that feeling is what I feel in the ring. Is it how you gauge it, or?
We get quotas we gotta meet in practice. You know what I mean? Like, how we look, how we perform. It's like, how you feel, but how you perform. Because you can feel great, but then perform like shit, and then you can feel like shit and be performing great. There's those times, right? That's why you like those. That's why you like the good people around you. You don't want the yes men.
What's a quota? Like, what's your guys' quota?
A quota meaning, like, for instance, if we get sprints, like, you know, we just get one certain time or one certain mark we gotta meet for sprints. In that sense, on one standard, right? You know, like, wherever we're doing on sprint, we do it on a woodway in our strength and conditioning. It's pretty much like a motorless treadmill.
Right.
Self-propelled running.
So, That's the curve one. We get the one you put the belt on and you gotta run. You gotta run forward. So it's a bit like it's the same concept though. You you do it yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
It's not
our
motorized.
strength. Yeah, and from if we don't certain cold and shit, it's just how we feeling, how the numbers. It's like, brah, you never do that last camp. You supposed, you know what I mean? Like you're not hitting these numbers how supposed to be hit.
How was the numbers different when? Because do you agree that Erik Silva fight was your best performance, or do you think you had other standout performances after that to where you're like, hey, fucking.
I mean, Erik Silva was the one I didn't catch him.
Yeah.
The hook, yeah.
But it seemed like you was like fucking always one step ahead of him.
Yeah, I was just kind of waiting and looking. Yeah. I mean, I felt I was on, but I mean, what was your question again, bro? Excuse me.
Everybody knows you're high.
When you came into that, how was your preparation? Because you seem more sharp on that one.
Yeah, it was good. I was always in a good place. You know what I mean? Like, and I think I'm not making excuses, but I think things at home for myself needed to be corrected.
Roger.
For myself, you know what I mean? Personally, my relationship and shit. Like those things never make me excel in certain things. And I'm not blaming anything or anybody, but I think like I just wasn't in one. Like as the years progressed in my relationship and stuff, like things wasn't getting as good, or being
mental preparation
wasn't as wholesome. For instance, like when I broke up with my girl, my boys was like, Brian, when you was with her, it seemed like you lost your shine. And I was happy that they told me that, because I never realized that. You know, and that shine meaning just not being me wholly.
Yeah.
Right, and I was like, oh wow, like, you know what I mean? Like,
thanks.
Wow, like, yeah, and I wasn't hurt. You know what I mean? Like me, I love the truth.
Yeah,
that's why I'm humorous, because if anything with truth, I'm gonna try to make them humorous so I can accept it. Right? You know what I mean? Right? You get laugh about it. Fuck yeah. You get fucking your ass beat like, fuck, I know, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, like, you know, like. Truth is truth, you know. It's how you gonna take it in, right? And that's with everything in life, right? You know,
how you take it is how you get better.
Right.
That's interesting, because it's like when you're going into a battle or a war, to have all aspects of your life kind of in order before you go in. You know what I mean? Is only going to be beneficial in the long run, because if you have that one thing that's kind of out of whack, might not even be fighting related. But you're not the same. Your light's not. You're dim. You know what I mean? Your shine's not on.
There's no excuses. I'm just trying to evaluate myself, right? Like with myself, and like those questions that you're talking about. Like I'm thinking about, and it was just like, where was I at that time? Like I was in a good place at home too. Home in myself. You know, like there wasn't any demons or monkeys on my back that I really had to worry about.
Right.
You know, like.
So your mental preparation was on point.
The psyche was there. Right? You know what I mean? Where like I could, I guess, flow and be organic.
Yeah.
Nothing different physically.
But what I mean is like people can have those kind of feelings and go to an office job and, you know, do the 9-to-5 grind. But when you're getting like
fucking swung on.
Yeah, like punches thrown at you, it makes a bigger difference.
Yeah, true, but then some guys can do that 9 to 5 in the office and then come wearing shotgun after that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, so like there's different psyches. That's true, you know what I mean? So like I don't know.
But that's a small majority. That's like a little bit of. That's not a lot of people, right?
Yeah, but you're not seeing no MMA fighters banging out guns when you gotta fight somebody, right? During work, like, you know, maybe outside their personal problems and shit. But like, you know,
they're not shooting up the office. What is this you handed me?
It's the orange cheese.
Orange cheese, and Bryson got a question.
Fucking cheesy.
Welcome, Bryson.
Welcome, Bryson Martin.
Fucking.
We have Bryson over here that came in, wants to ask a question.
Yeah, I'll take it away from the serious, deep shit real fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
I know
in every part of life there's like bro code. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, is there any amount of money, say for example, to fight like your bro? Because, you know, for the right amount of zeros, I'd Superman punch my mom in the face. You know what I mean?
I got
like say for example, they say, hey, you and Max or you and Nate or
right.
Would you guys fight? You guys probably say no, I'm not gonna fight him.
Right.
But for the right amount of zeros, what is the right amount of zeros in that check to make it worth it?
Like Bruce Buffer over here.
Okay.
Don King, you mean?
Because again, I'm not gonna fight my brother. That's my brother.
Right,
but it's like, holy crap, we gotta think about this. This is on payday, bro.
I think I can give you an honest opinion, right? Like, so for me, like, like my family, like we don't operate off of money. Like right in that sense, it's like, oh, I'm never gonna fight my brother, which is right. I would never fight my brothers. Like,
But two commas in the.
okay, no, but put it this way now. Like, if it was me and Max, and Max was like, "Yo, bro, come on, bro, we go." You know what I mean? Like a mutual agreement.
The
Like,
McGregor $100 million
yeah,
paycheck.
me
is
and
like,
Max gonna bang. Like me and Max, I know. Like Max is gonna be like, "You fucker, I gonna bang you if you don't take this deal." Like you know, like I know Max gonna do that. You know, like in that sense. But with Nate, like that's my boy. Like I don't know if there's any amount of money that I would fight with Nate. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it gotta be like agreed upon both sides. Like
yeah,
this
yeah.
could-
Like no, I know for fun fact that Max would be banging and swinging with me.
if you're not gonna do them,
No, yeah, we gonna fight. He'd be like, bro, what the fuck you do, you dummy?
this
We
could
get
create
paid. What you
generational
doing, bro?
wealth for our
Yeah, like, what you
grandkids.
talking about, bro? We gonna get paid this. Like, I know what Max could say to me. Like, you know, like, okay, whatever, brother. Let's do this. Like, I can do that, but like with other people, like certain, it depends. On, like you said, gotta be agreed. But Max would agree to that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would fucking he would hate me if I never agreed to fucking hella
Just
money.
choreograph
like,
the fuck out of that
Better
fight.
agree.
Nah,
you know?
not even. He would be like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna stand and we're gonna box, bro, all day. And the other kid bet. You know, like we would do something like I know, like Max would agree with that. He would be way more mad at me if I
If
disagreed.
he said no.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Thank you for the question, Bryson. Welcome.
Yeah. No,
Thank you.
question away.
Shout out to Bryson for hooking this up, by the way. Fucking
Shout out Bryson.
Big
Thanks,
time.
Bryson.
No worries,
Organizer.
man. I was looking out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
From one celebrity to another. Fucking. We got any other questions? Actually, I have some on here. Hold on. Feels weird.
I'm more like the prep. Like,
What?
what's going through your fucking mind during this? Or like,
I
I
asked
got
my
one
question.
off the top of my head. Bang, you get hit. What happens?
Oh, we
after
talked
that?
about all this shit. We got all the
Oh,
questions
no,
already.
No,
the ones I
okay,
wrote
okay.
down.
Like,
Oh man,
we're
that's
on it,
and you
big.
hear the crowd go, "Oh!"
No, there's somewhere like
You're like, "Motherfucker!" or, like,
no, I got hit. I think I was fighting Trinaldo. Yeah, I was fighting Trinaldo, and it was in Brazil, bro. And he freaking hit me, and I got hit so hard, and I was like, boom, and I was like, oh, Makaya. Like I literally got hit, and I thought about my daughter. Like I totally forgot about the fight, and I was like, oh shit, you don't fight, man. Like he.
Whoa.
That's literally getting caught, knocked the sense out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I
Wow.
swear to God, I remember that because I was like, I got hit. I was like, boom, and I started thinking about my daughter, and I was like, oh yeah, Kai. I was like, bro, you don't fight, man. Like,
Whoa,
yeah.
that's fucking
Kind of like
heavy.
when you dreaming and you're trying to wake yourself up.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
Still
You know
kind
what
of
I mean?
half in between.
Yeah, like that was. I remember doing that, and then one time I remember in that
Oh,
fight
that's
he
scary
was
as
swinging
fuck.
on me. He was swinging on me, and I remember him hitting me, and I was like, "Fuck!" And I'm on my legs, bro. And I was like, I was falling. I was like, "Shit! I cannot punch." Oh, jujitsu! And I just like fell, and like I fucking threw my legs over myself, bro, and protect my bro. It worked, bro. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Like I remember falling. I was like, "Fuck!" And I'm on my fucking legs. Oh shit, jujitsu! Like I was just like, bro,
The
like,
meanest audible
oh,
ever.
yeah, bro. I remember thinking all those things in my head, bro, doing that shit, bro. And then, like, even
That's
the
fucking crazy.
Charles Oliveira,
Yeah.
oh, I remember him, and he just hit me. I was like, oh, you motherfucker. Like, I remember, like, you fucking, bro. I was just so, like, remember thinking, like, oh, you mother. And then he did him again, and I was like, oh, I was heated, bro. I was like, you fucker in my head. I was like, I'm going to kill you. And I was like, calm down, you freaker. Calm down. Like, you know, I was like, oh, bro. Like, yeah. That's sick. I remember, I was like, I tell everybody, you guys fight, do not take your eyes off of them, bro. Always look, because when you close, like if I close in my eyes, it's because they didn't hit me and I blink. It's not because they're going, eat. Like, you know, that's the ones that going hurt, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? The ones you don't see is the ones that hurt you.
Right.
You know, the ones the ones I got rocked is because I never seen them. I was
Never
like,
saw
oh
it coming.
shit, like that was quick. Like, you
Don't
know,
fuck around.
the most of the ones I get like hit and I'm like boom and I'm like shaking them. If I shake them, that means you never hit me. If I nod and I go, oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like, there's times I go, no, because I'm telling him, you know, you never, and all the crowd is going, ooh, and I go, you never, you know.
And you know.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I was letting him know we still here, bro. Like,
Yeah. So what about the after effects? Like, say Trinaldo hits you, bang! You're like, oh, my daughter.
Yep.
Second round, what happens? How does it feel?
Yeah, going back to my corner, I try to listen to them. You know, they're my outside eyes. Yeah.
How's your head though? How's your head feel?
Oh, I gotta just listen, bro. I'm just back into yup. back
so you
into the
back? You got your wits, everything.
Oh yeah,
all
well,
good?
I feel I am, or that's my intent.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
maybe I never, but I feel like that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like every time I'm in a fight, no matter what the situation is, I'm like, bro, I go into war. Like I know where I'm at. You know, I might
Right.
get discombobulated and all that, but then I know where I gotta be.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying in that sense. Like
So
I gonna
round
push.
two.
I gonna push all the pain. I gonna push everything aside for get to where I gotta be.
Yeah.
And that's my double-edged sword, and that's why I need my cornerman.
Got you.
And they know how to tame me. They know
Really
how,
back
yeah,
in.
the whole, you know what I mean? Like, so in that, like, the Oliveira fight, we went wild the first round. I was like, oh, and just like, bro, calm down. You know what I mean? Like, you're not doing what you train. You're just trying for wing and move it. You know, like, yeah, okay. Like, you know, so I got more technical. I had to get more technical and, bro, do what we training. Do what we doing, you know? And obviously there was things I had to work on, but I had to go back to being composed and going back
Right.
to the game plan, not being emotional. It's very hard to make decisions when you're emotional
That's another one. Like,
in life, right?
right.
Right? Try to be emotional and be mad and make decisions, but it's very, very, you usually don't get a good outcome,
Right.
right? So that's things I always try and control at least.
Okay, now
Yeah,
the fight's Paul. Okay. The fight's Paul. You in the hotel room. How does the head feel after that?
Oh, I'm looking to smoke, bro.
No fuck around,
yeah,
huh?
bro. I already got it like ready. So fortunately, like usually I already got my shit like
Yeah.
I'm burning. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean everything just feels sucks because like I'm the type like I don't feel nothing during them, and then once everything fall, I'm like man, I'm like oh bro, I just feel everything. I'm just broken, bro,
No
just
fuck
broken,
around.
bro. Like I'm like limping. Like my last fight, bro, that one was done, bro. Like he killed my leg in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he calf kick him, bro. I was done. The
Who you
first
fought?
round. Damir Hazovic. I fought him.
And weed helps after?
Huh?
Weed helps after?
For whatever, placebo
Yeah.
effect, whatever. I was
Hey,
like,
call
that's
it what you need.
I was gonna know. Well,
it's a de-stressor, you know, all the,
Yeah.
inflammation, all of that.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
totally, 100%. But I was gonna say, like, is that why people consider it a performance-enhancing drug, or is it not a performance-enhancing drug?
Oh, it's a bunch of howlies that don't understand shit. And they don't wanna
Ah,
change
that's
it.
actually very specific to a conversation I was having earlier with somebody.
Yeah, I got another question. Again, not so on the serious side.
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
Ask
cool.
away. I love the
So,
funny
for
ones.
example, I know there's like strategies in every sport that's not like ethical, but it may be beneficial.
Yes.
So,
yes.
say for example, you fighting on 5-round fight, and you know you're losing on the books like 4 rounds to nothing.
Yeah.
Your only
Yeah.
option is to knock this guy out.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
gassed.
Yeah.
Do you straight punch his nuts? So
Buy yourself some time.
How much money is
yeah,
this
because
fight?
you
I'm
winded.
talking about
You
that.
winded. So you punch his nuts. So you hopefully take 5 minutes so you catch your breath.
Just take the points.
Just yeah, because your only way for wins for knockout, right?
Yeah.
That's your only way for win anyway.
Fuck that.
Everyone
I ain't
will
punching
know.
nobody's nuts for win, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like,
fuck that. I'm gonna die out there
You
because
catch
I
these-
was. That's my fault for being that
you
tired,
catch
bro.
these side pain. You just
That's
straight
my
elbow
fault for
his
being
nuts.
that tired. I
Boom.
deserve for getting knocked the hell out. Why you getting into one fight getting that tired?
I was
You know what I
watching.
mean?
I was watching some fights. I'm like, bro, just kick his nuts and buy time.
Yeah.
Bro,
Give
oh,
yourself
so
already.
check
Give yourself
this
5
out. Check-
minutes.
so check
You're losing
this out.
already.
So, people
do that shit.
No. So I fought Charles Oliveira, right? And I drop him.
Paycheck.
Boom, and then we ended up going to the cage, right? And then he ended up trying to throw some knees, some body knees, and he's looking at the cage this way, right? And my fucking dad is right over here sitting cage side, right? And he fucking knees me in the balls, right? And my dad is like, fuck you, you fucker. Like, my dad is like, bro, you fucking do that on purpose, you fuck. And he's just like, sorry, you know, like, oh, bro. I'm like, oh, bro. My fucking boy was like, bro, your dad is so scary when he mad, bro. Like, 'cause he was next to him, bro. Like, my dad was like, fuck you, you fucker. Like, cause you cheat. Like, oh, I was like, oh my God, dad. But yeah, like, that was kind of things that I cannot, bro.
No, yeah.
I cannot. Like, for me,
But
like,
then on the flip side, if someone doing to you, do you just like you catch his strategy? Like, no, I'm good. I don't need rest.
that
you
one you gotta, like, I had to, that was when I lost on with Jim Miller. Like, when I fought Jim Miller, he hit me in the balls, and I should have went just take the break. You know what I mean? But the thing, you know, like, but I was like, oh no, I good. And then we ended up going, and then poop, I ended up getting guillotined. But I'm not making excuses.
Oh, yeah,
I just saying I should have took that break for that one because
Give yourself the time.
Oh, it was disrupting. It did disrupt me. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, I just didn't eat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't to a point where I had to drop to my knee, but there was to a point
You
where
were fucking.
I could feel them in my stomach.
Only
Yeah.
guys,
You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, yeah.
only guys know how debilitating.
I got a
that is.
rebuttal to your question. Addition.
But, yeah.
Infamous oil check.
Yeah. What?
What is oil check? What does that mean?
They pretty much just fucking put
Oh.
their finger by your asshole for get around or just for stop you from shooting and
I've
all that.
seen
So
clips
what are you
of that
talking
shit.
about? What is the question?
Do you do it to yourself?
Is that
or-
illegal?
You oil check.
Are you asking how many fingers? Or
What's your safe word?
and her? What's her name? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
What's your safe word?
The winner by oil check.
I never heard that
Kalei.
term. That's a thing?
Fucking tap out right there. Hey, imagine you do that to somebody. He taps out. The ref like,
Is that a bitch move or is that something that's like
Seems
fucking?
like kind of not cool,
'cause,
bro.
bro, a lot of people do it when they're pinned up and they're like trying to get around it, and then
I mean, I don't know. I never been oil checked.
There's
You know what
accidental
I mean, in
ones, right?
wrestling,
Bless you.
I've wrestled like in high school and shit, but I mean, like for the most part, like when they're doing that, it's literally just it's.
A slip.
No, it's not a slip. It's like they just literally try and forget behind. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? The OG is gonna do them for a quick one. They're, whap, you know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
gonna they're not over there fucking masseusing the anus. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just.
so what you doing after the fight?
Yeah, like, you know, like, did you like
Whispering in
that?
your ear.
I know you felt that, bro. Like, yeah.
Don't tell the ref.
Yeah.
you bite his earlobe.
Bro. Nah, everything in jiu-jitsu is alright until you start looking in you in the eye. You know what I mean? Bro, it's all good, bro. I'll fucking roll with anybody. You start just directly looking me in the eye, bro, the whole time we
He's
rolling.
not licking his lips.
I'm gonna start slapping you, bro. Something. You can make me feel some type of way. Like, it's a bit more intimate, bro, you know?
He always moves to north south.
Yeah, you know
What are you doing?
Right,
You
imagine,
fucking-
just imagine you working with your boy. He just looking you in the eye the whole time you working.
I'll be
Like,
fucking calling him the shit like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Something that. Just at the end of this counter while you're at the register. Just
But
fucking.
worse, then he can take you back after. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're like, bro, put
Guess
you in
what?
vulnerable positions.
Fuck
Like,
the
no.
stop.
Nah, but yeah.
It's a very intimate sport. Bruh. Very intimate.
It is, bro. You're close.
So
Sweat
would you
dripping.
consider the oil check a legit move or a bitch move?
Well, it has a name. It's got to be legit if it has a name.
I mean, it's a legit move, but I ain't be doing that
Word.
shit.
Okay. You
I'll
heard
be
it.
checking nobody's oil.
You heard it first. It's a legit move.
Yeah.
It's like the TSA. You just got to giggle with them.
Yeah, but I'm like, if you do it, I'm gonna call you gay. You know what I mean? Like, well, bro, you checking oil over there. You never need to do that one at that time. That wasn't the position.
It
bro.
wasn't in any
That wasn't the
position.
defense, bro. That wasn't the defense you needed to do. Okay.
I just walked in the
That
door,
wasn't
guy.
even. That wasn't. You had 5 more options.
No one's holding
Why
you
was that
down.
the go-to, bro? Huh? You had 5 more optimal options. Okay, that was definitely not the go-to. The go-to.
He wasn't even near you. Oil check. Yeah. You oil check the cut man.
Oh man.
That's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus, I
my
mean, I saw
God.
videos of that. I just always thought it was like an accident. I didn't know guys were doing it on purpose.
Did you see that Japanese wrestler, that picture, that infamous picture that they have, and she's fucking like knuckle deep, and she's screaming while she's doing it too, like all angry and shit. You didn't see that one?
No.
Brad, we need another Jamie to pull that up.
We need a monitor so we can see that
Dude,
shit.
holy
Is that
fuck.
was it in the Olympics? or
Yes.
something? I seen something go viral like that. Like, I mean, the picture. I was like, oh, bro.
She buried it like
Yeah, yeah,
right into
yeah.
Umeke, bro. Swanga, like,
In the umami.
umami.
Oh my God.
Jesus. The dangers. I never knew there were such perils.
I mean, think about it. Fuck, it's a weird strategy to make someone feel uncomfortable for you to get out of a position.
Well-
you know, like,
I mean, there's talking shit, and then there's like doing weird shit, like
Right.
whispering in their ear, like,
you got oil checked.
I don't know.
But whispering in guys' ears is fucking hilarious. Fucking one time, my boy, he's black, right? And he's like, I took his fucking back. And I'm like, that's right, bro. I took your fucking chicken, bro. That's my fried chicken. You heard, man. Like, I just fucking, I'm whispering it. You know? Sorry, I'm trying to.
Well, when
not
you're
laugh
friends
here,
and you're
right?
fucking with each other, but say some like new guy you roll with and you don't know him, and then it's just like
You just
he
ride him and
starts
like,
No.
yeah, he lets out a little moan at the wrong time, like wait.
I'm nice, but I would stop whatever made me. Once you start making me feel uncomfortable, shit is stopping, bro. For real, like.
Fucking hashtag me too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Fucking funny. Okay, back on the serious shit again.
Thank you for those questions, Bryson. That was
Hell
good.
yeah, Bryson.
Keep
No,
on
we
coming,
covered
keep on
all the
coming.
shit like people had sent in when we asked earlier and shit. Like I
Oh, yeah?
wrote them down. Yeah, we just covered that shit already. It was fucking.
I think there
Cool.
was one thing you were saying about like
Me?
Peptides. No.
No, dog. I wasn't around my shit.
What?
I,
Just lead it up with the question.
I had
Bryson.
another serious one that I sent in about, say, being that public eye figure. There's a lot of people that smoke
yeah.
that use it for like, real reasons.
Yeah.
But they hide it. It's like they're in a closet.
Yeah.
And just being able to, just live your life and not have to worry about repercussions when it comes to like, employment or whatever. Like, how does that feel? Because I know there's a lot of people out there right now just watching that's like, fuck, I wish you could post on a story that,
Smoking this fatty right
but my
now.
boss can fire me. There's a lot of people in the closet still yet. There's
Well, I mean-
professionals and
I mean-
people in the medical industry that's just like nurses that probably smoke that
Cannot
scared
be exposed
to be exposed.
They got like real, like they got 9 to
Well-
5 jobs or not. I don't want to say
Yeah.
real as if
So
like
it must
other
be like a
professions
li-
aren't real.
Well, first off, I think if they're trying to just fucking get, I like post that I got smoked, then I don't think that's something they should be doing.
No,
you know
no,
what I
but-
mean? But
no, but even like,
Word.
you know,
but
like,
even like say you have a
Those are
party,
clout chasers.
say you have a party and you have coworkers there, and then say you want to burn, but
yeah.
you just don't want them to find out because, so in
Yeah.
your-
I see.
in
I
your
mean,
in
hey,
your
bro,
pos-
everybody going compromise their reality and justify what they gotta justify, bro. For
but
living
in
their
your position,
reality.
like it must be a relief that you can just do what you do and not worry that your job is like.
Ah, well, I mean, I always
Shunned
wanna.
upon.
Like for me, it's like I always just wanna live my truth.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
I think that's
live-
everybody's dream. They look
Right,
at you
and
like,
but they gotta, like, I don't pay your bills, bro. You know what I mean? I don't put food on your table. I don't take care of your responsibilities. So who am I to tell anybody how to live? The only person I can do that to is my daughter. That's my property. Anybody else I cannot do that to. You know what I mean? Until I start providing for them and I'm their caretaker and I'm the alpha, then I can tell them how to live and do what they gotta do. But like for me, it's like that's just, you know what I mean? Like I'm very grateful in what I can do and but like I said, like I don't judge anybody for what they can and cannot do. Yeah.
No.
Like, but it sucks if they judge it upon me because I do
No.
what I like do, right?
No.
You know, like whatever,
I
bro.
think,
You
that,
get your
I
own
think I think
demons.
a lot of people watching like, oh, they wish they could enjoy that. It's almost like
Mm.
just in that people that had that.
But just on
secret-
drug tests too. Period. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just
Like
that whole
people
thing.
gotta live with on fucking drug tests over their head, knowing that this is a safer alternative than
Oh, yeah.
coming home and having 12 beers.
Yeah,
exactly.
But like what you're saying, you need to kind of think about why you just want to post that.
No, not-
That's posting is one thing.
Maybe
I
the,
see what you were saying in general. You're
Yeah,
right. Like
maybe
you're
not
saying
just
at the root
posting
of
it,
it.
but
They want to be free to express
Yeah.
themselves that they
They
are.
just want to
a
smoke
con-
when they want. They don't have to hide it.
So, for instance, I was like that with my great example. I was like that with my daughter, right? Because my mom would always hide that from my dad. Like she would always make like it was bad, right? So like I remember one time seeing it, my dad was hiding it, and then I felt like wow, Dad, you bad, right? Because
Hiding
that's
it.
what my mom made it to be, right? And then older, I got more educated, and I just was like, oh, okay, like, and I was with my daughter, and she was about like ever since she was a baby, I'd always just hide it, like, oh, like I'm in the back with my dad, just put him under the table, hey, get inside, go in the, and then I was like 10 years old, and I was just like, by the time she was 10, I was like, bro, why the hell am I hiding this?
Right. You're making it worse by doing
you
that.
hide something because it's bad and you don't want them to see.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not truthful.
About weed.
No,
God
in
damn
general,
it.
that's not
Anything
truthful.
in
In
life.
anywhere, you
Oh.
can, you know what I mean? Like, that's not truthful.
Oh, yeah,
you know
that's
what I
not-
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why am I gonna hide that from my daughter?
Fuck
It's not
yeah,
bad.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's my responsibility. That's
Yep.
somebody I gotta take care of. Why am I hiding this from her?
Well, you're the dad, so you're
Yeah,
you're her
so-
standard and foundation. So why would you fucking
So
compromise
from that time, I
Yeah.
told her, I was like, hey, honey, you know, I'm sorry that daddy been hiding this from you and not telling you. This is dad's medicine.
Yeah.
Right, because when you
You know,
hide it,
yeah.
you're already kind of
Well, medicine.
programming
That's a key
it.
word.
You're pre-programming
Oh,
them
no,
that it's
so
a bad thing,
everything-
and they're
everything is
demonizing it.
medicine for that. So all my nieces, they know that's medicine. I get on
Medicine.
cup. I get on cup, and they know like that's uncle's medicine.
Yep.
And it's
Mhm.
just like, so I was raised with my mom would always hide things. She would always hide things from like, oh, like, no, do this, no, do that. You know, if I had on gun, make sure they don't know, right? And like, for me, it's more, I'm gonna be my truth. So like, I don't have a gun, but if I had one, my daughter definitely know it's there, and
Right.
you're not gonna touch them because you're gonna respect me.
There you go.
And you're gonna
You
respect
know what I
that
mean?
gun. and-
Exactly. You know what I
gun
mean?
sick.
You're not gonna disrespect me. You know what I mean? In
Yep.
that sense, why I gonna hide them? Because when I got hit, I found out everything my mom wanted to hide from me,
Yeah.
and all the things she never liked me did, I did because it was she didn't want me to do
Yeah.
it. It was rebellious. It was instinctual though. You know what I mean? Why are you hiding that from me?
And if you hide them, I'm gonna
So-
find them anyway.
Right.
No
So
matter-
in that sense, it's more like it's a form of respect,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I wanted my daughter to. I wanted my
yeah.
daughter to understand,
Mhm.
right? And like, well, my whole thing is too is like I live that. Like I'm plant based. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't even consume medication of pharmaceuticals unless I need to. I'm plant based and I live off of it inside and out. But I'm also a man of science and logic.
Yeah.
You know, there's medicines and there's things I need to take at certain times. Like, I'm not-
Antibiotics.
all of that, like I'm not into conspiracies and all that. I'm not getting into politics and all that. You know, I know all of this whole COVID stuff, bro. I don't even get into them. Like, even what is the best thing I can do to be natural? I treat all of that like religion. What is your religion? What is your boundaries? Okay, cool. I don't like what can I not do around you? Right, whatever it is, the mask, the COVID, whatever. What is your religion? What is your beliefs? I'm gonna respect them.
Right.
Respect mine.
Exactly.
Right, like that's it. Like, and don't be negative to me. I'm gonna be truthful to you. Like that's I've always since this COVID started, bro. Everybody get different boundaries. Everybody has different insecurities
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
like and I get on different outlook too on things too. I'm like, bro, against the vaccine. I'm like, bro, you eat like shit. You don't do anything. Like you talking about, like put things in your body, but you don't do anything for your health in general
What
either.
you're putting in your body. you
Right.
gotta
So
worry
in that
about.
sense, it's like you want walking contradiction, but
Yep.
whatever. That's not my shit. I don't pay for your bills.
Right.
Right.
That's
Like-
me. That's me 100%. But I'm ready for that karma. I'll do with it.
We still love you,
And,
Eric.
but look what you produce, bro. You're still a positive individual, but you have your
Yeah.
belief, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not hating on what you believe. Look, we still can break bread,
100%.
and we still can connect, and we go. Why can't we agree to disagree, and
'Cause
still talk and not hate each other
There's so
for
much
whatever
other
it-
things to focus on
Yeah.
than just that. You
right,
fixate on
right,
that.
Right,
If
right.
more people felt this way, like, because everybody's quick to just hate the other side. You know what I mean? They want to fucking like.
Yeah.
Anti-vaxxers want to hate. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about this kind of shit on this podcast.
Put the cap on him. I was like, nah.
My partner checks me over here. bro.
yeah.
No, I get it. So we're
You
talking.
get a
we-
boundary. You have
We're
a
using
boundary.
this as a metaphor for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
fucking don't even be quick to like judge and argue and fucking just realize that you probably have more in common with the people you think
We're all
you're.
pro-choice.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm all about praising. Just don't preach it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right? If it comes organically and it comes about, and we can talk about it in a good manner, then whatever it is, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Especially if it has to be humorous,
Right.
and we can clown and laugh and not have any negativity. I'm so open to that. I'm an open-hearted, open-minded individual.
That's what's up.
right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so. But other than that, like I've been able to live peacefully through this whole chaos, bro.
Yep.
You know, like.
That's the main thing, bro. All of that teachings that you took just fucking reflected this navigational process that you use. That's
It's a
the
very zen thing.
Yeah. I mean,
And in
it's,
chaos, you found zen, and your trade of fucking punching people in the face. you found peace.
Were
know
you
what I
like
mean?
that before fighting, or you like did that come through fighting and like discipline through martial arts and shit, or were you always like
I was always
fucking
I was always martial arts. I was always competitive, but like I never had a street fight, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
Nice.
mean? I've never had scuffles. I've had school scuffles.
Schoolyard. Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's just little kids throwing throwing bombs. They ain't not really one fight.
If you
you
had a
know?
video of it now and you
so
laugh.
put it this way: I never been in a fight I never wanted to be in.
Right.
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 Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a good position to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice, man.
Yeah, you know.
You know how people say, back to the sports, going from college to pro, they hit fucking way different. So a college guy, boom, fucking, say a fullback, boom, hits a linebacker. The collision is way different than two professionals hitting.
Mm-hmm.
So from your amateur to your pro, did you notice the caliber of change, sudden change in
Bro,
opponent?
this thing is when I started when I started fighting, all amateur and pro meant was you getting paid or not.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, that's all pro. Bro, you can get guys with 20 pro fights, you know what I mean? Because they just started and they got paid. That's all it means is you getting paid for what you're doing.
Is
You know
the
what I
caliber
mean?
different in the guys?
It's the promotion of where it is. You know what I
Huh.
mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, now, like UFC, Bellator, and all that has
Yeah.
different caliber compared to the lower venue promotions.
Right.
Obviously, there's different caliber.
Yeah.
Right. So, but that's the same thing anywhere, though. You know, all in Hawaii, the whole different thing was.
From like Philcom.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. But all that matters is you was getting paid or you wasn't. That's what pro is.
Right.
And especially in Hawaii.
So there's some amateur guys.
Some
that-
good guys get like 15 fights amateur. I'm like, brah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like for me, I'm like, you've been fighting. You should have been getting paid from the get, because if you're an amateur fighting, only the promoter making money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Right.
not saying don't get your experience, but I'm saying get it paid as fast as you can, because
Those
if you
fighters
really
make no money?
not barely, like,
No,
I ain't
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
extravagant. You see my car, bro?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's the
Ballin'.
Compass. Ballin', bro. Ball on a budget, baby. No, so yeah,
they're
like,
making
it's. I mean, it's. I pay the bills, you know what I mean. I'm not making no Max Holloway money or McGregor or Nate money and shit, but you know, like,
You love what you do.
yeah,
Yeah.
it keeps me peaceful, keeps me happy.
That's what's up.
And I think there was something he was talking about earlier in the talk where he was talking about life and being worried and having, you know, like, wanting to have prepared for if anything happens, yeah. And like, I think that's like my whole motto on life is like being a kid, right? Like, what is a kid? A kid is pure, right? Like, wait, you have kids, bro?
Yeah.
How much kids you have? One. How old?
9.
Okay, so ever since you been kid, when your kid wakes up, what do you think the first thing he like do when he wake up?
Oh, it's been so long since
Right. I can pretty much tell you.
Okay.
He like be happy.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Wake up, you gotta take care of his responsibilities, but when kid wake up, he like be happy.
Yeah.
When you're an adult and you get problems and you get all these responsibilities and things you think about, like, you're not waking up happy.
Yeah.
You're waking up going into the mode.
Right.
Like, so how do you keep doing that? Right?
Waking
So-
up happy.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right? In
Right.
that sense, is like that's the life I like live. You know what I mean? In
Right.
that sense, and I'm not saying don't take care of your responsibilities.
Mm.
So when you see a kid that knows how to act in public and he's responsible, do you ever fuck with that?
No.
You're like, damn, that kid responsible.
He
You
knows
let him
his
do what he
shit.
do. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just let him do what he do, and he's always happy.
Right.
That's
right.
my goal. That's what I try and be. You know, a
Right.
responsible kid. You know?
Surprising to see that nowadays.
Hey.
It's kind of rare.
Well, I mean, everybody wants to be a man. And I'm not saying I'll be a man. I'll be a protector. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll be my partner. I'm a protector. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll die out there. But
Right.
I'm a kid, bro. I'm in life.
Right. Well, that's how you live your life.
Right, but
right?
okay, now when you talk to adults, they talk about problems. They talk about COVID. They talk about what kid talk about that. You're having a conversation with a kid. Bro, you're talking about creativity, imagination, shit they was watching, shit that made them happy. You know what I
Right,
mean? Shit
right.
in the now of how they really feel. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, people don't talk like that. And people don't want to give them time to talk like that.
Right.
You know, they're like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm like, brah. I'm like, yeah. You know, for me, I'm like, I want to engage, because like, when's the last time you could just literally put it into this way? You walking in the store and a kid will bump into you because he wasn't paying attention. right? And you're like, oh, I love that stuff, right? And they're like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I like know where he was at that time, like where he went, because I rarely do that.
Right.
Where I can just be like, I get too much things I gotta think about, and I gotta train, I gotta pay these bills, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, when kid, like, you know what I mean?
They can free to think whatever.
Yeah, you can use that. They can use that. I don't know what is that theta. I don't know the brain waves, that theta brain waves, and that to imagine and shit. Like, it's like that. Bro, that's beautiful.
That's heavy.
Right, and then you get responsibility, you get parents. Bro, what you doing? Pay attention. And it's not don't do that, but be aware.
Like a childish question to
The
that?
fucking way. I gotta say this quote
Speaking
before
of
we fucking
children.
stop before you do it. I gotta say this
Okay.
quote because this is exactly what we're talking about.
Oh,
I forget who
shit.
says it, so we'll just call it anonymous.
I missed it.
But it's you're never truly yourself till you've achieved the seriousness of a child at play.
Yeah.
Sounds like honesty to me. You just gotta be honest, right?
Dope.
You know?
Right?
Yeah, you find out somebody more in an hour of play than a year of knowing them,
Joking
talking
around.
to them.
Because there's always there's like motivation behind whatever they're
Oh,
talking
bro,
about.
100%.
Right.
Like I've seen like games, bro, where like we had these games where like people we didn't know, and it was like frustrating, bro. And they're like the group they're trying to make them, and guys are just breaking, bro. Like
Squid Games, yeah.
and that was the whole object of the game for them to realize how they act in public with this. I was like,
Right.
oh. You know,
Fucking
like, but there's things that like I have to keep accountable to, or there's things like I know I resonate with people that I went bond with that I should have just did this and felt with my gut, like, you know what I mean. Certain situations, like, oh, really self-awareness of what how you act in certain situations. That will check you. Just check you. So I was like, oh, okay,
That's fucking cool.
yeah.
All right, Anu, what was your question?
Shit, I got shut down. I got a little bit deep.
Nah, because I was wanting to fucking go, bro. Sorry, I was
That was a
waiting.
good one though. Like, damn. Yeah,
Perfect timing,
man.
perfect.
Like
My
being a
bad, my
responsible
bad.
kid.
So back to my like literally
Yeah.
childish question, which I've had a lot come to me today. A lot of people ask, how do I become hammer? And let me just broaden that. Like, what is your definition of hammer? Right?
Yeah.
Hammer.
I mean, I think when it comes to that, like, I guess more like hammer for us is more like people that get the sauce. You know what I mean? For if we gonna put into like fight perspective, there's people that have sauce.
You have
like,
to be a fighter to
The
be a
sauce.
hammer.
Yeah, like, okay, no, right, like you gotta have that. Like, I just try to forgive on the perspective of what you're saying, how you be on hammer, right? Like, cause
Live in the moment and
Like-
fucking get that sauce,
yeah,
man.
right, yeah, but there's
it a
people.
noun?
Yes.
Yeah, the sauce is like that, like the
It's like
people
the
that
juice.
like.
It's like the juice.
No,
right?
no.
the
The
juice?
juice is
The
not
sauce is
juice.
different from the
is
juice?
too liquidy.
What about
bro.
the gravy?
Sauce has
Nobody talked the
substance.
gravy?
Came in
No,
really
no.
excited
Sauce
about
has
that.
substance.
Viscous out of sauce.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
juice is watery. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you get sauce, it's like pasta. Well, you like pasta juice or you like pasta sauce? Right? Like, you know what I mean? Right?
That
It's like
thick ass sauce.
So
Ketchup
that's why-
juice.
Okay, like for fighting, there's people that have the sauce, like Nate,
Yeah.
McGregor. They have a different type of.
Okay,
They promote
okay.
they have a sauce in them. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean?
Swagger.
Even in NFL, right? Like Ocho
Cinco.
Cinco. Like
Yeah.
they get all these. There's certain players that get the sauce. Even Tom Brady, he get the sauce. He doesn't talk it like that, but he performs it like
Performs the
they have the
sauce.
sauce. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They LeBron, whoever.
That wow factor,
right, the sauce.
Yeah.
Right,
Sauce.
and some
We
guys
talking
get lost
about
in the
the
sauce.
sauce, the wow factor.
So hammers get
right,
sauce.
And so, no, right.
So
and-
speaking, go back to the
Hammers
hammer,
get sauce.
Right.
Can you proclaim yourself by hammer?
No,
Or
hammer
do you
got
have to
sauce,
be
bruh.
in society
Self-proclaimed
as a
hammer.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I mean, there is confidence, but like I guess that's where.
I like the way this went, bro. It's for real. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
I think
Nah, you gotta allow people to call you hammer. You
Or
can't just
see
go
you
around
as a
calling
you have to.
yourself.
I believe, bro. You gotta feel that shit. You gotta know. You know what I mean? Like, are you the hammer or are you the
So
nail?
you gotta believe.
I ain't gonna be. Yeah, you got. I know. And you gonna figure that out when someone punch you in the face. You gonna figure out if that's what you want to do or not.
Whap.
And
I
being
hammer.
on hammer, no, but being on hammer, but
Back
being
to the
on
nail
hammer,
drawer for me.
And being humble.
no,
right? Just
but
being
that
humble.
just being that said, being on hammer is being accountable for your actions and
Right.
knowing who you are
Humility.
Oh.
Right.
and knowing how to put
Humility.
that out. You know what I mean?
So being a hammer is just not someone that's like fucking.
People throw it around too
be an
loosely
alpha.
sometimes.
Be an alpha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's alphas and there's betas. Like, just be an alpha. If you think the hammer, you know what I mean? They put it out there. Let me see it. Show it. Your actions gonna show that, not what you say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you gonna see them, and some hammers, is humble, and some hammers is vicious, right? You know, so like it's just all different things, and that's like one thing.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I always show, like, you just show people how to treat you.
49 states, ain't nobody gonna relate to this conversation we just had.
It's Hawaii
I love this.
specific.
I'm sitting back. I'm listening to
So
this.
all of them
Like,
are
fuck yeah,
When did that become a thing? Like hammer, like fucking.
bruh.
Like,
I'm listening
in the
to this
everyday
shit, I'm
vernacular,
Like,
when,
fuck
like,
yes, dude.
everybody's like hammer, like that's the one, like that's the.
Can
the
you be
adjective.
self-proclaimed
Nah,
hammer? And it's
That's
like
a noun, right? It's
Yeah.
a noun.
that fucking warrants a serious response too. You know what I mean?
Get a light, bro.
Yeah,
Sorry.
guaranteed.
Thank you.
Light one, fresh one.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Oh, broken. No, yeah, like that's a very Hawaii. What is like a equivalent of mainland? I don't know. What do they have?
The tits.
Oh,
The bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
my favorite is the cat's meow.
Alley cat.
No, but yeah, hammer. That's funny.
Fucking, I love it. No, that was a cool fucking conversation, bro.
We were talking about the shaka before, how that's like a widely used thing in Brazilian jiu-jitsu and like MMA in general. Like everybody throws the shaka now. That's fucking a Hawaii thing. God
Who's
damn it.
responsible for that?
Fucking we were. Hawaii was. Who was the first? I don't know. To be big enough to like.
I love it.
Nah, I'm sure just fucking people come to Hawaii to train, or you know, people from Hawaii spread.
I think
a
it's
thing.
the I think it's widely spread because of the energy it promoted when you did that. Nobody's going. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so right? No, like okay,
Fuck, aggressive shaka.
Okay, no. For
Shredded
instance,
shaka.
like
Angry locals.
for instance, us locals, like we're very connected. We like to touch. We like to hug. We like to, you know what I mean? In that we interact physically a lot. So
Yes.
in the mainland, it's different, right? They're very handshake. So like when I came to Hawaii, like when I went to California, like I'm like, oh, coming up, like you know what I mean, brother. Like, you know what I mean? I of course though I respect boundaries and I earn it. But in the sense is like everybody know when I come in and Yancy's hugging, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's just me though.
You're a
and
hugger.
they respect that from me because that's just me. Like I never change, and they don't give that to other people too. You know what I mean? Oh, no, that's Yancy. That's Yancy's thing. Like you know, like in that sense. So that being said, it's just I think it's stimulation. You know what I mean? Like up there in Cali, bro. Some of them is just thugs. They just muggers. You know what I mean? But they're my boys. They're my brothers. They love me. You know what I mean? They treat me with all respect. Just because they don't act like me doesn't mean I don't vibe with them.
Right.
Right.
You
know what I mean?
understand their love language.
That's their that's their demeanor. That's their shit. But you know
and
what?
they understand yours. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's a hugger.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like he's the like exactly like and just that's just me. They appreciate real individuals.
Yep. That's
You
all.
know? Yeah. So I think and that's why like doing that and going up there and knowing those types of things, I was like I'm gonna always be me. And then especially when I was like fighting and stuff, I was like, bro, I'm never gonna let my profession dictate my personality.
Right.
How old were you
You
when you
know.
moved to the mainland by yourself?
Fuck. Ooh. Oh. I think
Young.
Jesus, 20, 23, 24, 24.
Young.
Nice.
Yeah.
Young.
But it was only like
It's a tender age.
like I
bruh.
said though, like it was only like months at a time though. So I'd go up 2 months and I'd come home, then I would stay 6 months, like 6, 7, 8 months home, then I'd go back up, a month or so, and then come back. Like that, and I would I'd keep my, I'd pay my dues and I'd keep my homage, pay my
right.
homage. So
Any other place you cross train?
nah,
Just there.
nope, I just kind of kept it there.
Mm.
Like I never really bounced around at other affiliated gyms like that. Like I just kind of kept it in Hawaii. Cause in Hawaii I bounce at hella gyms over here. I'm a gym
Right.
hoe over here.
Nice.
Yeah, I just try to connect with everybody.
Kalei likes hoes.
Get tested.
No, fuck. That's fucking.
Shout out Andy Hung. He said he trained with you the other day when you down here at Technics.
Andy Hung.
Yeah, Dojo Outfitters. Judo guy.
Oh yeah. Good guy.
Is that the apparel you were wearing? The
I
last
forgot his hat at home. Fuck, sorry,
Yeah.
Andy.
Andy, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
Andy,
guy.
become a sponsor.
He's freaking judo tripping me. I messed my ankle up. I was like, oh man.
What an asshole. Andy, you're an asshole.
No, it was all good. Like, you know, it's just in the motion and stuff. Just after the practice, I was like, God dang, my ankle.
There's a thing in about leg locks, right? They're like allowed or like not allowed, or allowed in some fucking things and not some things.
What is judo? He tripped him, yeah. So it's a throw, and then.
Well, yeah, I know, but
jiu-jitsu is like the.
Yeah, but fucking, you're talking about your sore leg, and I'm thinking about ankle locks and fucking leg locks in like MMA, bro. Shit. Why you fucking up? Sorry, was that random?
No, that'll roll right into it. Ankles and all
What
that.
was it that you couldn't attack the lower half?
I think at a certain, I never really entered gi competitions, but I think it's a certain belt you can't do. You can't do certain moves or foot locks and whatnot. I think there's a certain degree.
After a certain, you're like, fuck it, get it.
You're too good, so don't do it because you'll fucking.
No, you're too shitty. You're gonna break his fucking ankle.
Yeah, because
I got you.
A lot of the times, like it's most of the times, it's the ones that don't know how to react to it, right? You know, like they spaz out or they either turn the wrong way. And then I mean, not taking away. There's a lot of inexperienced ones too, but yeah, it's just like me, like training. Like I like doing jiu-jitsu anywhere more than I don't really go and spar anywhere else, like unless it's up in Kalei and stuff and my boys, we're all going. But I don't go cross train and go spar. I'll cross train at other gyms with my boys and do jiu-jitsu because it's easy. It's just more easy to control.
Yeah.
You know, like, bro, you're going into somebody's gym, you get one. I don't care what anybody say. You
target
on your head, bro, and everybody in there's piranhas, and you're gonna get tested, and you're gonna be the talk of the town. For the night. So what impressions you gonna leave in there?
Right.
And it's not to kill, but it's not, you ain't gonna get your ass beat either.
Hey, you can survive.
You gotta
well, especially going up to Stockton, you think about that, like,
that's all my boys. That's family. That's all piranhas in there. I know what I'm signing up for when I train with them. You know what I mean? Like everyone. That's why I love training with them, bro. Like their kids wanna roll.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's gyms I'll go to, and it, like, you know what I mean? Nobody like roll. They just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they just, a couple gyms, I'm just wait, like, you know, I gotta go roll, like, you know. So then when I go to their gyms, it's like, you know what I mean? These kids like Yancy's here, I like tap this fucker out, like, you know, like they're kids, bro. Like, you know, I'm like, I love it.
Up there in Stockton, right?
Yeah. And I'm not saying we get that here at Gracie Techniques too, but you know what I'm saying? Like in there, that's a natural thing.
As far as sparring goes, what's the difference that you've noticed between the two camps?
I just think when I would spar with Nate guys, like it was always good, but he's just beating up your boy. You know, like for us, like it was hard. That's like him boxing his brother. It was hard to spar with him. You know what I mean? You guys sparring each other, you guys giving your best, and then, you know what I mean? I've seen situations where one brother gets the better of the round, and he's like, one more. You know, and it's like, bro, you guys went like 12 rounds already. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, one more. Like, you know, just, I get it. You know what I mean? But it's just like, bro, you guys just brought, and it's not like they like giving each other crazy brain damage, but it's like, you guys don't need to go that far. You know what I mean? It's not like, it's not horrendous either. It's a good match, but it's just like shit, like, you know,
power already.
Yeah, like we don't want to do that to each other either, but we don't want to not give our boys a good look. So that's why, like, I really like that boxing, like where they hire other people that you don't know. Because you literally gonna go through that in your stomach repetitively. You don't know this guy. He gonna try go in there and take your head off.
You gotta get him.
But you can spar with him 2-3 times. But you can work with the guy. You can work with somebody for one. You know what I mean? All your life and work with them and spar, right? And you can be comfortable. But then you can work with somebody you don't know for the first time. You gonna get a little bit butterflies, no matter, or you gonna get your excitement. You can get your tingles, right?
Yeah, it's different. That's
because you don't know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what you know what you can deal with, but you don't know what he can bring to the table, right? So that's where you gotta your edge is your senses a little bit more tingled, right? Like everything's a little bit more aware.
Right.
You get your gut feeling, all that shit.
Something you're not used to.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
is that like a benefit of like going to different gyms to like spread out your variety of people you roll with, you know what I mean? Different fucking people. And then I'm fucking like, you gotta worry about like people who just want to fucking hurt you. Like,
that's why I like jiu-jitsu, because it's like You can try and hurt me, but I know how not to get fucked up.
Yeah.
I might not be a black belt, but I think I'm a black belt at not getting fucked up.
They should give 2 belts.
Defensive black belt.
Well, not just defensive black belt. There's one thing like Nate really taught me, like in situations like in jiu-jitsu. He's like, bro, like you don't have to win, just don't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody take you back, like don't panic. Like you don't have to win that shit. Just don't get tapped out and don't lose. Like don't get into a worse position.
You lost a
Don't
position. You
panic.
never lost a fight.
Yeah, exactly. Don't win. Just don't lose. You know, those are the things. And then obviously there's techniques and shit you need to apply and establish. But that's a good mindset to have.
Yeah, that's pretty
you
cool.
know what I mean? Don't win. Just don't lose, bro. In parts where it's down, you're in your downfall, or it's you getting on hard time and whatever.
Life
Don't win.
lessons, man.
Yeah.
It's a life lesson right there.
Sometimes you try too hard, and then you just end up failing because you try too hard instead of just writing it out and waiting.
panic.
Yeah.
Right effort is a fucking another tenant. What is it? Virtue. Right effort. The right amount of effort at the right time. Know when to fucking like roll with something or fight, not fight against something and just kind of roll with the flow. Go with the flow, I mean.
So where are you at right now? What's the prognosis of Yancy?
Oh, I'm waiting to negotiate again. I didn't get to re-sign my contract at UFC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm just waiting for my management. I let my management deal with that, bro.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? That's why I pay them. You know what I mean? Get me the best contract you can so I can pay my bills. I'm not trying to be Mayweather. I'm just trying to be financially flexible.
Financially flexible.
Where I can provide for myself and my family.
Right.
But yeah, like I have everything I need and nothing I don't want. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
Enough money where you don't stress about money.
Yeah.
The perfect amount. Did you break that thing?
I don't know. I think it broke itself.
Nah, you gorilla hands. That's my
There you
fuck
go.
every time.
It's flaccid.
Oh, just make it.
There you go.
There you go. Yay. Fuck.
Sorry.
All right. What is this now? Bro, how many fucking joints are in
I
there?
don't know. We went through a bunch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, usually, thank you for this podcast. Usually, I have to do this prior to the podcasts.
What? Smoke?
Yeah, I'm over there just toking it up before on my podcast. I'm like, I'm like,
Hell no, man.
yeah, I know.
We got the doors open.
We-
It's a nice little breeze. We're good.
It's kind of what we do here.
Is my dog alive? I think your dog's cool, bro.
Sleeping. Well, should we fucking call it? How long have we been rolling for, bro? Yeah, let's fucking wrap it up, bro.
Yeah.
Well, fucking, again, thank you so much for fucking coming
Thank
on,
you very
bro.
much.
Yeah,
This
for
is super good
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Guaranteed. Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys. Yeah.
And we'll fucking continue to hang out and smoke and fucking...
Yeah. Talk story, break bread.
Do
Like,
our
I'm
thing.
always about breaking bread and doing this. Like
We
I've
just-
always had preferences. Like we like I'm like this is me. Like smoke. Like this is how I started it. Like the first time I ever smoked with my dad was with my grandma. It was
That's
like
what's up.
yeah, like it was cool. Like I remember my grandma was having like stomach aches, and she goes, "Oh, she asked my mom to roll a doob," and my fucking mom did it. And I was like, "Oh, mom, we are rolling your doob up. She's fucking nice little fucking old school fucking doob, you know." I was like, "Wow, mom, still get them, man." But she did them, and then I was like, "Oh, grandma, I can burn with you." And she was like, "Oh yeah," and then my dad came too, and then like we walked to the front yard, and that was my first time
That's awesome.
ever burning with my dad and with my grandma. So
I've yet to burn with either of my parents. I don't think I ever will in
You
this
should
lifetime.
just do it.
I don't
that's
know.
honestly, bro.
They're different kind of people. They're different.
I get it, bro.
Yeah.
They stuck in. Some people just stuck in their ways,
Yeah.
right, and whatnot. Like some of my mentors don't burn.
Yeah.
Burn.
We've never really
You know?
discussed like their real views. I don't think they have like super neg because everybody's
It's the
opinions
time.
are kind of changing.
Well, it's their times too, right? And what they were, whatever
Yeah.
they was in, right? Like my mom was like that too before. Oh no, do this, don't, you know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, mom, I'm
Yeah.
gonna burn. Okay,
Yeah.
stop. But that's like my favorite. Like
another level of
I do all
freedom.
dab or whatever. I can do it all, but this is my
like
one.
joints?
Yeah, that's my number one. but, like,
Flowers the way.
flower and just talking and just
4 joints,
I don't-
5 joints. Jesus Christ, in an hour and a half. Yeah, I gotta fucking work tomorrow, bro.
Me too. I live at this
Yeah.
motherfucker already.
Hey, at least if you're late, your partner not gonna be mad at your coworker.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's an early day tomorrow.
Oh,
I
yeah?
work in town. I live in Eva, so it's a long commute.
Shit.
But yeah, so let's fucking wrap it up so we can start packing it up and fucking, yeah. So again, fucking Oahu Grow Supply. What is the address again?
Okay,
94
Oahu Garden Supply.
105 Leo Street.
Not at all. 94150 Leo Street,
Oh,
Waipahu,
150.
Hawaii,
I texted you that.
96797.
Yep.
Come stop by, say what's up. Thank you, Yancy, for coming by, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, brothers, for having me. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guaranteed.
Right on.
Mm.
Peace.